There we go. What's up, crew? Happy Tuesday, y'all. Let me get the music on. How we doing? How we doing? Where's that? I'm just getting some midday grub. Are we long or short? I'm not in anything. I long this morning. Swept London session highs, Asia session highs. I am not in anything here, personally. Well, it's a lie. I'm in a credit spread. So I'm making money on all the decay. I'm in put credit spreads right now. Thought you travel today? Tomorrow. Travel tomorrow. So I don't think we'll be live tomorrow on the YouTube. Maybe just spaces. And me and Emp won't be there most of the day. We'll only be there probably for FOMC. I'm just chowing down some spaghetti. Whoa. I have no idea what this is or why it's ripping so much, but AFJK flying. There you go. That's wild. Here's your problem with shorts. Like, the problem I have with shorts is I don't have a clear draw on liquidity. I don't have a clear area in which the market should be rebalancing to. Lower. Like, maybe this hourly fair value gap can become a draw. I think whatever 4-hour gap gets created will become the draw. I just think it's tough for shorts because you don't have a clear draw for the market. What did we talk about yesterday? All the overnight levels. This shit happens every day. Same thing today. New York session opens. What did we do? Well, Asia session lows got swept during London. In London, in New York, we swept London session to take out London highs, Asia highs. Happens every day. Almost every day, of course. Not every strategy is 100%. I mean, but look at how beautiful. Swept the highs. Where are we going to go? Untapped liquidity at the lows. Swept liquidity at the lows. Where are we going to go? Untapped liquidity at the highs. Over and over. We sweep the highs. Where are we going to go? The untapped liquidity at the lows. So another day, another beautiful setup. We swept all those session lows. We swept previous day low. We got this inverse for value gap, which is where our first entry was. We got change in the state as well to take it all the way to midnight open and potentially London high, but I didn't get London high, so is what it is. I'd say a beautiful trading morning, regardless of the bit of choppiness. Because the whole time, even though we were chopping, the whole time I was in profit, so I didn't worry about it too much. Okay. We got the future show today at Power Hour. That'll be fun. Did you mute all the way to midnight open? I did. I muted all the way to midnight open. It was beautiful. Yeah. We definitely mogged NQ today. We're mogging NQ today for sure. I'm just trying to get some calories in my stomach right now. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. We back. You know what I also got to do? I got to get the link posted for the stream on X real quick. So give me 2 seconds. We need to get the crew in here. We only got 50 people watching, which shout out to 50 people that are already here, but we need to get the rest of the crew in here. All right. If everybody wants to go, this would be much appreciated. If everybody wants to go to the Wolf Trading Timeline, go repost this. We would appreciate you. Bang, bang, bang. All right. That's posted. I retweeted it. We Gucci. We good. Let's hang out. Let's talk markets. You guys got any tickers you want me to look at? I know we looked at that AFJK. That thing's going nuts. I don't know what news was on it. Maybe you guys can tell me what's happening with it, but she's ripping. What else we got? I know we got some earnings tonight. Hold on, let me turn this fan off. It's probably loud. There we go. A little bit better. Got some earnings tonight. But really, it's the model and Thursday. Tomorrow and Thursday are going to be the move. Can you walk me through your morning trade? Absolutely. So, during the morning, this is pre-market. What are we doing? Well, we're chugging downside. We're headed towards London low. We have previous day low here. We haven't traded to the London high or Asia high yet. So I'm bullish. We're also opening below midnight open, which has a 70% chance of rebalancing to in the New York session, which means I'm very bullish. And what did we do at market open? Well, market opened. We dropped lower. We swept out these session lows, which is providing the liquidity to trade higher. Because what is majority of retail saying? Well, retail is saying, if we break below this low, I'm getting short and it's going to dump, right? When those people are getting, they're trying to short this, right? All the people that were long in pre-market are getting stopped where? At these lows, at London lows and New York session lows. So if you were long going into the morning, you're probably getting stopped here and here. If you're short here, trying to break it and think it's going to dump more, you got screwed. You shorted the low a day, right? Instead, we wait for those sweeps. We wait for an inverse for value gap. That inverse for value gap was my first entry. I didn't take any more entries. You could have taken more entries at the change in the state. I took initial entry at the inverse for value gap, risking the low of this for value gap of what the inverse is. So this is the bigger move through the inverse. I don't want to see us trade below that. And so that's where my stop went, targeting London session highs and midnight open. I didn't get what I wanted to London open initially. We took out London session highs on ES first, so I trimmed on NQ. And then we took out IB high, so I put more trims there. And then got midnight open. So didn't get all the way to the London high, even though the market did trade there. I just didn't hold all the way for there. But yeah, that was the play. So same thing the other day too. What does this look like in reverse? What does this look like if it's a short? It looks like this. This is the same thing. This is yesterday. This is the same exact thing, except it's in reverse, right? It's a short setup. What do we do? Swept out the London Asia session highs to trade to where? London session lows. I don't know where midnight open was. Looks like midnight open was here, so we rebalanced to midnight open. Asia session lows, right? Previous New York lows. So same thing yesterday. It was just in reverse. TE is going up today. TE is ripping. I don't know what this is. T1 Energy. Oh, wow. This thing's ripping. Very nice. I'd like to see ES touch 55 level again before power hour. Yeah. He could get down there. I'm bullish too, been long. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm out of my longs now. I'm not in it anymore. I traded this morning, but yeah. I've had not much reason to be bearish at all today. Zero, actually. I don't have a single good reason that I could have opened up and played short. We're sweeping these lows, opening below midnight open, London, Asia high, untapped. Gap above us to fill. Literally not a single reason to be short this morning. Head and Shoulders CIFR. Let's see. You know me, I don't like inverse Head and Shoulders, but you know, we'll see. Let's try. What time frame? Tell me that. Or not inverse Head and Shoulders, but a Head and Shoulders, you're saying. Are you saying this? Head. On the daily here. So yeah, this is there. For me, you don't want to see us break over this. If you're breaking over 2265, the Head and Shoulders is invalidated, in my opinion. Because if this Head and Shoulders is going to play out, we should respect this higher time frame bearish order flow. And we should try and move lower. You look at a weekly. Yeah, it's tough. I know a lot of people see that Head and Shoulders. When I look at this, that Head and Shoulders is completely invalidated to me, and here's why. I just bumped up to the weekly, and here's why. If we were going to move lower, personally, just from the way I trade and the way I've seen things, this happened on NQ at the tariff lows, this exact thing. We take a dip. We create bearish order flow. This is bearish order flow right here, this box. We should, if we're super bearish, we should be respecting this and trying to go lower and trying to play out that Head and Shoulders that you see. Instead, we're trying to run back through this. It just shouldn't be happening. That should not be happening if we're extremely bearish. So my thoughts are we got back over this. We're holding 1950. Back to all-time highs. I think it's back to all-time highs, personally. I could be wrong, Nancy, of course. But that's my thought process when I look at this. Could that Head and Shoulders potentially play out? Sure. But I think it would have a little bit higher probability of playing out if we weren't absolutely just violating bearish order flow. Nothing more bullish than a failed Head and Shoulders. Precisely. Exactly. There's nothing more bullish than a failed head and shoulders. And that's where I'm looking at this and trying to see, am I able to see a little ahead of time if it's a failed head and shoulders? And to me, it looks like this could potentially be one, because again, we just shouldn't be running through this. If bears are so strong, why are they letting bulls get over this clear level that they should be respecting? Right? That's how I look at it. So I hope that makes sense. I'm not trying to shit on the head and shoulders. I know people use them, and I know it helps some of you guys. So I'm not here to shit on it. But I'm just here to bring more context to it and try and see if I can see anything, and I feel like that could get invalidated as long as you're, maybe this week or something, or next week, depending on how volatility is on FOMC, maybe I get surprised and maybe this ends up coming back into the range and we end up trading back below it. And hey, if that's the case, then maybe that head and shoulders is really starting to play out and it could be just messier here than I thought it would be. But I'm going to anticipate that it's clean because it's been clean price action this whole time. So I'm not going to try and predict that we're going to get messy here. But if it happens, then it happens, and I could potentially be wrong there. I just think all the probabilities and confluence point to us going to this all-time high again until we're shown different. Yeah, I'll look at turn for sure. I really feel like a lot of you guys and just like the whole community is kind of, I don't know, like understanding my style of trading a little more, which I love to see. I know there's some of my boys in the chat, like Tommy and Pro Fast, that have always kind of traded with me like that. But I just love to see others being able to understand what I'm looking at, because, I mean, I wouldn't be spending so much time on it if it didn't help me and work for me so well, So if I can replicate that for somebody else and try and help you guys see what I see, that's freaking awesome. It's the move. But I also know how it is with the concepts that I use. A lot of people are not fond of it, and that's okay. I get that. Just brought me so much clarity. Turn is a tough one here. It's at all-time highs, flying, monthly chart, quite strong. Just recently broke these all-time highs. There's a hard thing to buy right now. Nice, Jordan. The concept that you showed me yesterday was a banger. Yeah, you used that this morning. Let's go. Good stuff. Now, I mean, I am going to say, like, it's not going to work out every day, right? We're going to have weeks. We're going to have like a time. Like, I've had times where, like, for weeks straight, it's killing it. It's killing it. And then I show up for a new week, and the whole week long, none of that played out. It's just more choppy. We never really got to London session levels, whatever. We're not getting clear setups. And guess what? That's okay, because not every strategy is 100%. And that's when you make sure you're staying out. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of times when, not even long ago, we had a week where we opened up and we were, all the levels have been hit already, Vlad. All the levels have been hit that I look for. The Asia session, London session levels, everything has been hit. And so I sat back and said, I'm not trading because I don't have any clarity for this. And what did we do like that whole week? We just chopped around, didn't really hit any of the levels that I wanted to see us hit, right? So you can figure out the times to stay out, right? And that's when you're showing up market open and we've already mitigated all of these levels. We've already taken them. It's like, well, I have no clear draw for the market. Why am I trading, right? And it sucks. You might miss out on some things that happen, but at least you know that you're staying out of an environment that can potentially fuck you, and you're staying in the high probability environments. So I love to see that you're using that, but don't get too high. Don't get on a high horse, right? Too high. Always make sure you're back testing the stuff. I highly recommend, like, guys, don't even trade what I'm saying. Go back test it first, right? Do it with fake money first. Don't take what I say and run with it. Test what I say. See if I'm wrong. Because that's the whole reason that I got into trading this way, is I tried to prove it wrong and I couldn't. And so I started trading this way. But that's what I say. Don't take my word for it. Go back test it yourself and you'll see for yourself what it can do. But it's also quite simple to stay away from the bad days. A lot of people have a hard time trying to stay away from the bad days. It's pretty simple for me. If we've traded to all of these levels, there's not much liquidity left in the market for the market to grab, which means there's not much opportunity for me. And then also, of course, just understanding, hey, it's OPEX day. I might want to go half size because potential chop. Right? Today, it's day before FOMC. I might want to go half size just in case. Or there's certain times in the market when you're going to decide and say, hey, maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe I want to go half size or whatever. Right? If I didn't get my setup early in the morning and then I'm seeing my setup in lunch, I'm probably not going to take it, even if I like it, because it's lunchtime. Statistically, I do horrible in lunch. I'm going to try my best to stay away from those bad days, even if it ends up going in my favor and doing what I thought it was going to do. Because I know that there are enough days in the market. The market will provide me enough days of doing exactly what I want. Like today, I read the market like a book, even though it was choppy. And I'm not saying that to boost my own, toot my own horn, right? It's more about the strategy, right? And the levels we're looking at. I'm saying that to toot the levels horn because they are so good. And it's just understanding where liquidity is, what liquidity has been taken, and what is highest probable for the market to trade to next, right? And using these levels can give you guys so much clarity for that. So I'm really glad that helped you, Vlad. I love to see that. Makes me so happy. And look at, hey, and again, you can understand a lot of where the market's going without, I barely talked about fair value gaps yesterday. That's added stuff, right? That's to get specific entries. You don't even need it. What levels have we taken? What levels are left? That's all I need to know. And I can get the general gist of where the market wants to trade to, right? Just please, 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 guys, make sure you cover yourself on the days where this doesn't work out, because it's not 100%, right? There's going to be a day where we show up, the setup looks perfect, and it never goes, right? It never goes to where you wanted. There's days where I will have the perfect short setup to London low, and we get it. I'm in profit for 40 points, and then I get stopped at break even, and we never go to London low. That's fine. Those days are going to happen. I just got to make sure on those days I don't lose a shitload of money, and I'm good, because on the days that it works out, you're going to bank. And that's the thing too. These aren't small trades, guys. These are 80-point trades. These are 60-point trades. These are 120-point trades, 200-point trades. You guys hear me in spaces. I'm not taking no 20 points. These are providing nice moves. And so I really hope that some of what I've been explaining is helping. But I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I know I've been talking about that a lot. This, by the way, Nancy, is absolutely ripping. I know I said all-time highs. Not much to do, right? Not much to do. Let this thing create some structure to the left. And let this, we'll let this thing dip a little bit and then get some thoughts when she starts dipping. I can appreciate how you didn't really like ICT and his concepts, but then became more open to some of his ideas. Yeah, guys, I know there's this whole thing of whether you like him or not. Who cares? His stuff works. You can't argue that. If it didn't, I wouldn't make any money, obviously. So you put that aside and it's okay, can I take value from this? That's all that matters. Right? If you can, great. If you don't see value from it, then move on. It's fine. But that's where I was you know what? All this time I've heard people talk trash about it, whatever. I've never really tried it. Let's try it. I tried to prove it wrong, and I quickly realized, wow, I've never seen consistency like this, and I've never been able to catch this big of moves with conviction. That's the key. The reason I trade like I do, guys, is not because, I just like ICT concepts or whatever. It's not that. It's the fact that I have such conviction when I'm trading now. right? You see it. You see what happens with these session levels every day. This is exactly why I'm not trimming for 20 points and I'm holding for that London high, right? Or that midnight open every time, because I have such conviction for how the market works every morning, how liquidity is moving the market, that I can capitalize on these giant moves, right? If I didn't understand that, I wouldn't be able to do it with the conviction that I have. At least I might get lucky here and there. But here's the thing, hitting full position, 80 points, 100 points, 200 points over and over, that's not getting lucky, right? At some point, it's a consistent strategy, right? If you just do that once in a while, that's fine. Yeah, then it's lucky, but that's going to be every single one of my trades almost, right? Unless we're in a super low volatility environment, then the points are going to be much less. But as you know, volatility has been good. And so we're going to catch those, and I just couldn't look back after seeing myself be able to catch that many points and not trim the whole time and just have conviction for where the market's going. I couldn't look back ever again. There's no way. There's no way I could look at the market different or the same again. I had to look at it through that lens of those concepts. But that's why I say you got to pick what trader you are. You can be an EMA rejection trader. You can be a reaction trader like that, where you're just trying to play the reaction off of a level and get your 20 points. You can do that, right? But you also can't expect to catch 200 points full position off an EMA rejection. You have no conviction for that, right? But you can hit a lot of 20-point plays that are making you a lot of money. You can make tons of money doing it. You guys hear Maple Stacks doing it all the time, right? Maple Stacks fucking kills it. One of the best. So it's not to talk trash on other setups or styles at all. I'm a big believer that almost every strategy can work, and they're all very similar when it comes down to the core of them. At the end of the day, it's what works for you, right? I need to understand why something's happening and have conviction, true conviction for it, and I want to catch the meat of the move, right? You guys know Maple. You might not. If you're just on the YouTube, I don't know. But he joins us on Spaces every day, every morning. Maple Stacks is a goat. He's cool. We like him. He trades a little bit differently than me for sure. But he's a great trader. Phenomenal. One of the best. Banks are still falling. It's rough. Yeah, and this is why you guys will hear me say too, that it's never random. Nothing's ever random. It's not random that we wake up every morning and we sweep London session lows to trade the London session highs or vice versa. It's not random. That's systemization in the market. That's the market doing what the market does, because the market only moves in a few specific ways. The market is either accumulating, manipulating, or distributing. And it's only moving for a few different reasons. The market is only going to move if we're hunting liquidity, right? Trying to stop orders, or we're rebalancing to inefficiencies, whether that be a 50% retracement of a range, whether that be a fair value gap retracement, right? Those are the two reasons the market's moving. And so I always say, if you're not taking a trade based off of those reasons, then there's an issue, right? At least for me. Do you have alerts for when does YouTube have alerts for when you're hosting spaces? Not YouTube, but if you turn on post notifications on Wolf Trading Twitter, then yes. We go live every morning on there. Yo, we had the same convo 2 years ago. Jordy, changed my trading when I finally was told I was doing the right things. It's all just me and my system. Yep. And this is where, people asked me the question yesterday, Jordy, do you think the market is run on an algo? Do I really know? No, I have no fucking idea. What I can say is it's hard for me to think that it doesn't run on some sort of systemization, or at least I know for a fact that we're moving in these algorithmic ways every morning. Because if we weren't, I would not make money. I wouldn't. Like, it's as simple as that. I wouldn't be able to do this every single day. Well, of course, it's not every single day. There's days where we lose, of course, but you get what I mean, right? I wouldn't be able to show up and have this conviction throughout the days trading. It just wouldn't happen, right? If everything was random, if the market was just randomly printing price, I would not do what I'm doing. There's no way it would work. It just wouldn't. And so that's what I would say to that question always. And you can decide the answer for yourself, right? But yeah, Brent, it's beautiful, man. And then again, there's going to be days where the market doesn't do what you want. It doesn't respect these levels like this, and that's okay. You just make sure you stay out of those days. And I'm sure you've gotten to learn that even better over the time, Brent, is you just stay out of the days that blow your accounts. You stay out of the days that put you in massive drawdown, and you excel. You take your trading from red to break even, or from break even to freaking making a couple K a month. It's insane how fast it can happen too. But you got to make the switch, right? For everybody in the audience, you got to make that. You got to make that switch in your not only psychological switch, but execution as well. I have no conviction for where this market wants to go next. We're chopping. I do have a credit spread that's making money though. I wish I went heavier on it, but I'm just testing a little bit, so I'm not super heavy on it. But we are in the green on the credit spread. Shout out Knott's helping me out, getting started on credit spreads and doing that whole thing. I'm getting better at it, but still get stuck in I can fix it mode on days, and it takes more than I want. Yeah, so you know what you need to do, right? Those days where you think you need to fix it, just take the fucking loss and move on, right? Just take the loss. Yeah, and stay away from Asia session. Guys, facts. I mean, I'll trade it sometimes, but it's only if we have a fat gap fill. It's very rare. Guys, stay away from Asia. Asia is what we use to understand where the market can go next. I never trade Asia, really. The only time I'm potentially in a trade in Asia is when we have an overnight gap to fill, and I have a lot of conviction for us to fill that, and then I'll be trading. That's the only time, and that's not happening every night, to be honest. It's got to be a certain size gap and everything. No, I agree with you, Dawes, though. I mean, Asia will, for majority of traders, take their accounts, right? I take a lot of trades, so having some bias on where we end up is always nice. Yeah, for sure. What are the chances for drop on ES and NQ? I don't have any hard probability data that can tell you that right now. Yeah, so just looking at the market here and wondering, where's the smooth highs, where's the smooth lows? Well, we have relative equal highs sitting here. So we have smooth highs. The only lows that I see that are smooth that we could take out are here and here. Relative equal lows, right? So if the market decides it wants to dip a little bit, where can I potentially have some conviction at least? Not a whole lot, but at least some conviction for where the market can go. Here and here. I also have hourly fair value. That's never been tapped into. Untapped inefficiencies. What did I mention just a few minutes ago? One of the reasons the markets move is what? To rebalance to inefficiencies. This is an inefficiency that the market needs to rebalance to. So Higher time frame, that's a good spot to rebalance to. Lower time frame, it also is, because we have relative equal lows, right? So yeah, if we want to start rolling over, that's a spot I look for. I'm also noticing this. You go to a 4-hour chart, we haven't made it yet, but if we end up closing this candle and another 4-hour candle opens and never trades to this candle's high, we'll be creating a 4-hour fair value gap here, which I will be using into tomorrow in the overnight session. KC!
What's up?
Another day, another dollar, brother.
Let me make sure I got the right settings turned on for the mic. I do. Sweet.
Dude, that rundown we did yesterday of just everything helped some people in the chat, it seemed like. So shout out to that.
Let's go. I think we're about to bust it down, Tatiana. Tesla, about 30 minutes ago, put in a 10-minute reversal at the high. It was a great little short.
Ah.
Go to your 10, and you'll see an evening star candlestick right at the high. It was freaking perfect.
Would you look at that? 450, that half gap. Slapped.
Ooh. Here she comes. Bust it down, Tatiana. Bust it down. Well, technically, it did just back test and come back down. If this spot gives, she's really going to hit the floor.
Is there a fair value gap for dummies somewhere? My YouTube channel. I have a lot of videos on there doing recaps. And I have actual videos of me back testing the strategy that I trade every day in FX Replay, which, if you don't know, it's a software where you can go back in time and literally like trade like it's 2 years ago, a year ago, whenever you want. And it doesn't show you the market data after that. So you can't sit there and say, and see that it went up and just get in long. You have to actually play your plan and trade like it's real. And I have videos of me back testing that as well that you can watch. Most of these motherfuckers on YouTube are gonna like back test a strategy, but in the video, you can literally clearly see that they can see the price action ahead of them. Of course, they're gonna long if they see that we ripped a ton. But I did not do that. No, I go back. I actually back test it for you. It's called FX Replay. Yeah, I literally did that live on stream too. I specifically did that live on stream so nobody could say, oh, he pre-recorded that and like looked at the price action beforehand. No, you cannot say that. I showed up, we picked a random time on the chart, and I started trading. Ace the Kid is your handle on YouTube. I'll just type in the chat so you can click on my name. Here, make it easy for you. Just click on my name there. I typed in chat.
Ooh.
90% of motherfuckers On the app, you ask them to backtest their strategy in front of you like that. They ain't gonna do it.
Dude, the zones on SPY are absolutely hitting.
Dude, I've been sitting in put credit
Today.
spreads all day too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's got me going. I've been grinding, bro. Like I've been grinding on that, watching videos, studying.
Hell yeah,
Because
dude.
I gotta get savvy with it now. I'm trying to get spicy with it.
SPY just hit the gray zone from yesterday, which was target upside for those SPX calls where I said we would close at.
Yeah.
We just hit it right now, and this is the reason why the tick is getting shot up and you're seeing a bounce across the board on this candle.
There you go.
Literally zone to zone today. If you go on X, I sent it out earlier when we hit the zone at 11:35, and now we're back down to the same freaking zone. This is what we said yesterday was going to happen.
By the way, I just like the stream from my personal YouTube account. You guys should all like the stream. Make sure you're subscribed. And hey, if you guys are buying accounts on prop firms, make sure you're using code WOLF. WolfX on Apex. And I think Tradify is still running their 40% off deal. I'm not sure. But also, Vanquish. I've been trading those Vanquish options accounts. We grabbed calls this morning with the futures longs. We're in some put credit spreads right now. Use code WOLF there, and you guys can save some money on there. I only have my funded futures. I use them as well. Unfortunately, we don't have a code with them, but I do use them as well. My funded futures is great. They're solid. But yeah, Vanquish too. You guys, all my options traders, that's where you guys can trade options on prop, and you can trade normal equities if you want, but I know most of you are gonna want the options. One of the second count. Is there another one for new traders? I mean, probably the Tradify accounts are best for you, or the Alpha Futures. I use Alpha Futures accounts as well. Those are great. The Zero account specifically. Yeah, we have a code for Apex, WolfX. WolfX. All the codes are at the bottom of the screen, guys. You should be able to see them. By the way, your play gave me a $400 winner. Let's go. Good stuff. Love to see it. Let's do it again tomorrow. Emp's here. What's up, Emp?
I don't know how much lower this stock can go, but Lucid, LCID, you got puts coming in for 5/15/2026. I mean, I don't know how much lower it can go.
Fuck, dude. What are you supposed to do with this?
I don't know. I just saw the put alert came in about 12 minutes ago. I was like, man, I haven't looked at the chart. And I just looked at it and I was like, I mean, it's already dead. Like, how much lower can it go? But they're buying puts for 5/15/2026. So
how do you kill something that's already dead?
Stop it. He's
no, you know, market makers are looking at this going, dead. There's $12 to capitalize on here. What the fuck do you mean, dead?
I didn't hear no bell.
Market makers are saying this ain't at zero yet. I mean,
I did the deed, and I did get puts on one of my favorite names to trade for calls today.
Oh, did ya?
It pains me to say it and to take this trade, but
what is it?
AO Coca-Cola.
Oh,
she's downtrending today. So we covered this on the Sunday night live stream for a potential swing short. So, and she's moving on down. But what's up?
Maybe you can help me with this.
What's up?
Just talking sizing on spreads. So I just took it small this morning because I'm kind of in the beginning stages of doing spreads again. And when I'm basically going off my max loss that it tells me. So it'll tell me the max loss that I can take on it, and I'll be like, that's what I did this morning. I was like okay with that risk. What are you doing when you're like sizing these up? Are you looking at that going, oh, my max loss is my risk, or what are you doing there?
I don't look at the max loss for my credit spreads. The max loss for me is almost irrelevant because for me, my stop loss on put credit spreads, and this is gonna sound crazy, but it's the reason why it's the way it is. When my position starts to go like minus 250%,
Yeah,
like to my for the zero DTE speaking, not
because
for like
Knots
credit
uses a
spreads that I'm
minus 200.
swinging.
Knots uses a 200 stop loss, 200% stop
Yeah,
loss, right? Okay, so
yeah.
what I need to know is how I put that in too, because
So
that's not
for
in when I'm trading, right?
Yeah, so like right now, what put credit spread are you in?
I'm in. I sold the 619 puts and I bought the 616 puts.
For QQQ?
Yeah, yeah, 0 day.
You sold 619 and you bought 616?
Yeah,
What a fucking killer trade, dude.
that was
I'm
solid. I know. Now, what
yeah.
I can't see on Vanquish specifically, and I can get this added, but I can't see the percentage. I can.
What?
I know. I feel like I can't find it, and
What
I'm
so
being dumb.
what did you get for entry premium price?
So my average fill price on the 619 puts is 12 cents, and on the 616 puts
Okay.
it's 6 cents.
Okay, so you got $6.
Yeah.
And does it tell where do they sit? Does it tell you what it's sitting at right now, like the
Here,
price?
I'll just share it. You want to see it? Here.
Yeah, I'd be able to show you.
So I'm in 3 of them.
Oh shit, that's way too small. Hold on, I gotta.
Oh, here. I can
Oh, there we go. No, I zoomed in. You're good. Oh, there we
okay.
go. All right. Let me see. So, uh, oh, last price right there. Oh yeah, you're cooking right there. So that
It's
your
cooking. I don't
entry.
have size on, but I'm just fucking around and playing with
Yeah,
this.
so like your 616s are at 1 to 2 on the bid from 6. So and your 619s are 2 to 3, which means they're a penny on both, which means overall your position is sitting at about 0.02, which means if you
Mhm.
got in at 0.06, that means you're up what is 66.6%, I'd imagine.
Okay. Yeah.
You should be
That
up.
makes
You
sense.
should be you about to say you should be up right now with them sitting around 1 to 2 pennies. You should be up around 70% on the average by that time.
Got
Um,
it.
so now when they expire, they'll be at completely zero, and then you'll collect the full profit on on the trade. I'm surprised it doesn't show you the percentage
I
anywhere
know.
though.
I keep trying to find it. I think it's like in here, but it's not. And I'm
Profit and losses, take close P&L, intrinsic P&L. Um,
I'm gonna try this. I just want to see.
why wouldn't it just show a percentage spot
No.
somewhere though?
I
No,
know, right? It
it's still
actually
just
baffles
showing
me.
dollar amount. It's not
Yeah.
showing percentage. Yeah, that's weird.
All right, don't worry. I'm gonna
But
text him right now, and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, can we add this?" Because
yeah,
like because I know you guys don't use a limit stop order for your stops on this specifically. It's like you watch it,
I
right?
I do.
Oh, you do. Okay,
So now I do because I do SPX. So
got it.
like right now, when I take SPX, if I were to have been to put credit spread and say I would have sold one of them for $1, bought the other one for 40. My average price is $60 on the premiums, and I'll put an order in at maybe 30 or 20 when my position goes plus 50, 60%. I'll sell like maybe half my position there. So if I had 10 contracts, I'm looking to make $600 on this trade, I'll go ahead and sell half at 30 and collect $300 of profit. And then what I'll do by that point is most of the time, I'll put a limit order in back at 70, and for Weeble, it's if it goes over 60, what it'll do is it'll trigger a market sell and go ahead and close out that
Got it.
trade for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'd imagine you should be able to do a limit order
Yeah.
on it somewhere if you
So when I
wanted
would do
to,
that limit
but
order, I would do it on the 619 put.
you're closing out both of them at the same time.
Yeah. So that's where I get confused, is like it's a limit order on both.
It shouldn't. It should be. It's one trade.
Yeah.
Like when you took the trade, it was one entry.
Yeah.
Right?
I just the way Knots showed me is like I would do this. I went like to 619 puts, to build it, and then but it's one execution.
Yeah, so like right now, I don't know where it would be at on there, but you should be able to like click on.
Oh, I can just
on your position. And it close out both of them at the same time.
I just need to learn this platform a little bit better. Close a single order. I don't want to close it though and it accidentally market order. I don't know if this does that or not. Where can I not just like?
I want to see where. Oh, go back to whatever you just clicked on a second ago. I saw the word vertical. I don't know where it was at.
Right here.
Yeah.
These are my orders that I put in.
Okay. Let me see quantity. Oh, so you filled one and then you added two more.
Well, yeah, because the problem was I wasn't getting filled and I didn't know what the fuck was happening. And so I got filled on a few different ones, and then I realized what I was doing wrong on it. So I was like, oh, okay. But
yeah, there should be a spot on there for that trade for you to put a limit order in. I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Because you can close them individually.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You can, but there should be a
I think it's this. I'm just scared to
them.
press it because I don't want it to accidentally close me out. So
I don't think it would close. There has to be another. It would have to pop something else up after you hit that close.
Yeah, you're right. There it is. Okay.
So right there. So which
buy to close?
Okay, so it's only doing the one though.
It is.
It only did the 619. So it's not closing the vertical. Oh, there. Okay. There you go. You did so. Okay. Yep. Click that one. I think we're getting somewhere.
Holy shit. How much do I have to scroll?
616.
These are puts.
So
yeah, because it would be I sold the 619 puts, so it would be buy to close both of them. Correct?
No, it's going to be.
It's sell to close?
It's going to be. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
So it's that. It's sell.
There it is. There. Okay, that's
sell to open. Sorry.
So I'm trying to read the 6.
Wouldn't that sell me more?
Buy.
Because that's sell to open.
Let me see. Where's your 6? Oh, it's over there on the far right. I see it. 619's on the top. So make that one buy. Go back. Yep. Change that to buy.
To close.
Okay.
Yeah.
There it is. So it's going to buy the 619. There you go. Sell to close your 616. And it should say the bid ask spread on that should be like a penny, right? Yeah. On the far right. Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So it says right. Yep. So it says your bid is 0.00. Your ask is 0.02. So you could close them out right now or try to close them out for a penny. So you bought them, you sold them at 6, you're going to buy them back at 1. That's going to close you out for what? Like a fucking 80 something % gain. I don't know. Something like that.
Got it. That's beautiful. Thank you. I just wanted to, it's like little things with execution like this, you know what I mean? That you need to make sure you know.
Yeah.
Unless you do it, you don't really know.
So right now your trade is up 83.33%.
Damn, I wish I had some fucking size on it.
Yeah. you were able to close it right now at a penny from 6, that means you're up 83.33% on that trade.
Okay, so I just need to really calculate my size towards a 200% stop loss, and then I'm really cooking.
Yeah, so I mean that's the beauty. That's the reason why like my stop loss is like minus 250
But I can't do that until I
to
know
300.
the percentage of my position, so I need to fucking get
Yeah.
that going. Damn it. Okay.
Yeah, because other than that, you would just have to do math. So
Yeah.
if you sold them at 6, then you got to tell yourself like if the premiums on this start pushing above 18, that means I'm down 200% right now.
Yeah, got it.
And then so you could also
I
do
can
that
do the
as
math.
well.
I don't want to though.
Yeah, and then you could do that same thing right there, where you could place a limit order for your stop if you wanted to. So right after you open it at 6, you could put an order at 18 to buy it to close for a limit order for a stop underneath where it says order type at the bottom right there.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you it's probably gonna, if you hit, it should say stops on. If you can you click on that? There you go. So you could do a stop limit order.
Yeah.
There you go. So if you were, say you bought those at, and you did this like right after you took the trade, right? You got in at 6 and the trade starts going against you, or you just want to go ahead and put your stop in. You could put a stop limit order in, go change the limit price to 18 or 20.
Yeah, and then you're good.
That's going to put you at your minus 200% stop loss. If it hits, you're done, loss for the day on that trade, you're good. Other than that, then you would have to sit there and actively watch it and manage it. But it does give you the feature right there to put the stop limit order in. And then you can do the same thing for profit as well. You could put an order in at 1 or 2 pennies to just close it out and secure gains and see which one hits.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean these trades, I mean your percentage for yours is 94% probability that it would expire for full profit.
Gotcha.
So
That's sexy.
Yeah, so and that's the thing. So if you close it out at a penny, you're going to lose $6 of profit because you have 6 contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Versus letting them expire at 0. So whatever your total amount is at 0, if you were to close it out at penny, you would sacrifice $6 of profit and just go ahead and close it.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, though, if you do close it, depending on what broker you're going to use, you have to pay commissions and fees per contract, obviously, because it's an options trade as well.
Yep.
So that's the benefit with letting them expire.
Is you don't have to pay those fees.
You don't have to pay commissions and fees, and then it just settles in your account, and that money hits your account by the next morning. You're good to go, whatever the profit was on that trade.
Beautiful.
So that's the reason why we let them expire most of the time. If it's super far out of the money and going into the last like 2 hours of the day, we're like, yeah, what's the chances that this thing's going to drop all the way down?
Yeah.
Unless something crazy happens, which obviously that can. But yeah, then you don't have to pay commissions and fees to close out that trade. Just let it expire worthless, and you're save yourself a few dollars every trade.
Yeah. For Vanquish, you can't hold these spreads overnight. Not yet, at least. They're not there yet. This is only for the intraday, for selling spreads and buying options. So just keep that in mind. So this is the credit spread account that I've been using. Which
do you have any codes for Vanquish? I should use?
We do. Code Wolf. I was already talking about it, but yes, Code Wolf, baby. This is the other account. I traded this morning, some calls, so we made a little bit of money here. But I'm really excited for the credit spread account. This is gonna be fun. And we're hitting a nice trade on the first one. I just have no size on because I did not really know how to size myself this morning, and so I was just kind of testing things out. But it's nice to know that the percentage, it's only $16, but that percentage gets me really hyped up, Casey. I'm excited to get going with this more. M's coming.
Oh, yeah.
M's coming. Let's go. Because look at on these days like this where we're just chopping sideways. I got what I wanted this morning. Great. But doing this all day, burn that premium, make some money. And I've heard you guys doing it for too long, man. You guys have done it in my face, making so much money for too long now. I need to hop on the train.
I do think that was high of day on SPY. So we'll see.
if that is still the high going into power hour, then I'm really confident with you because there's a super low chance that we break a new high a day in power hour.
Yeah. IWM made a new all-time high and just wicked above my zone by a little bit, pulled all the way back down. Q's is the strongest out of all of them. I think for credit spreads, especially for put credit spreads, even if we fall lower, QQQ, you'll be safer because it's got significant relative strength over SPY because SPY is within like 50 cents of opening price. QQQ is almost like $2 away from where it opened up at. So even if we do pull back and SPY goes back down to opening price or makes a new low of day, Q's is not going to be anywhere near low of day. It's holding up a lot better.
Evan, what's up?
There should be enough funds to sell the puts, or how best
You
can
know.
this be managed?
Busy
I've been
times.
getting a credit spread lesson from Knots and Casey.
I know. I was listening.
2
I
days.
was looking and I saw you guys digging into it. I was like, okay, I want to hang out, listen up.
Well, because I need the lesson and because I'm trying to get into it more. I'm trying to put this options account on Vanquish to use.
I was tuning in. I gave the stream a like, and then I was like, oh, they're talking about Vanquish, or at least the Vanquish is on the screen.
Yeah, I was long calls in so I have 2 accounts with them. I have one that's just a normal single leg calls and puts, so I can just go long, go short. Or I also have the other account, which is for the selling of spreads. And so the one account I'm just kind of playing directionally and screwing around in. We had some calls this morning with the futures long, and then the other one I'm actually like taking seriously and doing the credit spreads on. So should be fun. We'll see if we can actually get funded just playing around on the other account where I'm just going single leg calls and puts. I'm actually interested to see if me just like we were talking about it the other day, Casey. I bet just like playing off feelings, I could probably do well, even though am I going to do that with my hard-earned money? No, I'm never going to do that with my hard-earned money. But as a joke, as fun, with this account, it could be fun to see how far I could get, just kind of playing off how I feel. But gotta be careful.
No, I like spreads. I mean, like for SPY or for SPX, like we entered into my zone at 685.35, right at 1135 right there in your high of day. You can take puts intraday, even for a scalp or the retracement down, but on the opposite side of that, you can sell a call credit spread. And because obviously it's at high of day versus like right here in the chop, you'll probably get more premium, even if SPY does push up another $1 or $2 going up in your previous day high. I mean, I'll be right on the trade, but you can still go out far enough to where you're like, because if you look at the chart for SPY, like in my opinion, I don't think there was any way in hell SPY was ever going to get to 688 today or 687. I don't think that was ever in the cards, not a chance. So SPY comes up to that 685.30 area. I can go $2 out of the money upside and sell those calls.
So that's how because that was my question, really, because like that's the only thing that I'm having trouble with really right now. And not really trouble, but I'm just like trying to better understand is like, okay, Knots chose those 619 and 616s this morning, but why?
Yeah.
Right? Like why specifically those? And so on QQQ this morning, that was, well, by the time we did those spreads, it was about here. So that was 616, 619s. That's like $5-6 out the money. So like, can you because Knots' style for the most part, can you explain the thought process you think behind that?
Yeah. So
or like what you would think at least.
Here, can I share my chart?
Please go ahead. I'll throw it up. Because that's my only thing is I don't want to be picking the worst contracts. I want to make sure I'm doing good in that area.
So this is kind of what, let me share this. Window QQQ Casey charts should be this one.
There we go. Got you.
Sweet.
Oh wait.
So
shit. There we go. My bad.
So Q's, for example, we have previous day low support right over here, right? And Lux Algo highlights that. It's where we got our buys off this morning. We start cruising, start breaking back above EMAs. We start trending, blah, 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 right? So by this point, double bottom off, previous day low, start to get a slow trend up. Say now this is 10:30. This is probably where I'm going to start getting interested in taking a put credit spread.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take an entry of this put credit spread here based on it. Now, this is just winging it here. But so that means Q's at this point is at, we're going to do 624.
Yeah.
We'll make it a white line right here. So 624. So previous day low right here is support. What I look at, I want to look at larger time frame area of support, and I actually already have a zone that's right down here on QQQ. So in my opinion, if previous day low breaks, we could fizzle our way down to this order block here, potentially all the way down to here. And I would tell myself, like, overall, looking at QQQ's like expected move, even like percentage data, you hear me and Knots talk about all the time. Like, if Q's is running up plus 2%, or it's down minus 2% for the day on a trend, what's the chances that it falls even more than that? Because it's very rare to see more than that expected move on your average day. So right here, looking at QQQ's chart, your trade is perfect because my zone that's right down there for that support, where I would look for QQQ to hold above and not fail below, that zone starts at 619.55. So I would probably be selling 619s, and then I would sell a strike either anywhere from $1 to $3 below. So for you sold the 619s and then you bought the 616s. So I'll make this one green, and then 619 right there is green. So you sold this one and you bought this one to collect a premium. And again, just doing chart technical analysis, looking at QQQ, this 619.55 is a very, very big spot. So even if Q's did break after this nice little trend up and I take this entry, if for whatever reason it starts to go up a little bit and then it comes all the way down to previous day low, I'm probably going to be like, oh shit, now it's getting a little iffy.
Yeah.
Big support down though for my next zone that I'm looking at Q's, is near this 619 area. So as long as it does not put that 619 strike in the money, I'm good.
You're good.
So
okay.
Based on this hourly chart over here I'll just drop it down to a 30-minute chart. Based on this 30-minute chart for QQQ, this is an area of big support where I see buyers keep stepping in. So I want to enter into a put credit spread with strike prices down here. That way buyers hopefully step in, defend this area like they have been. It will never put that put credit spread in the money, and it's going to expire for full profit. So it's a little bit of, you just have to do chart technical analysis, telling yourself, all right, if we end up breaking this low right here, where's the next big spot that it can go down to? And if you're looking for whatever reason to take a put credit spread, then you don't want to be in a put credit spread where if it does go down to that next zone, it goes in the money, because then you're going to get fucked and be red on your trade.
Got it.
So you need to go out far enough to leave
enough
room.
You gotta leave room for it. It's like a wide stop loss on a high volatility day. You gotta leave room for it. Yeah.
So the times where like this maybe wouldn't work out for me is if I were to take that put credit spread and I wanted to sell those 619s, but by selling the 619s and buying the 616 or 617s, say the spread, because they're so far out of the money, we're so far from it, it's like $4 or $5. For me, I'm like, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. For me, I'm looking for a little bit more than that. If if I can't get paid on the premiums for it, then I'm like, no, it's just it's not the trade for me. But with SPX, it's a little bit easier, in my opinion, to manage. You can get a lot more premium on SPX, and Knots does NDX now because that gets crazy premiums. So
Okay, so I understand my sizing a lot better now. Tomorrow's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's just if you can identify chop, then it's great. Because then you can make an iron condor. So if you go over to SPX right here and say SPX, you have
The iron condor would be when I'm building that leg. I'm selling a put. And
you're doing a call credit spread and a put credit spread.
And a put
You're going to
credit
do
spread.
both sides.
Yeah.
So like right here, this is going to be your support and demand zone down here on SPX. And then looking up here at the highs, just like this area up here, whatever it is, we'll call that your resistance and supply zone. So into this session today, Tuesday, we opened up directly in the middle of it right here. You had a nice little move to the upside to equilibrium. And then it sold just kind of right back down right into here at 11 o'clock. That is a spot for me right back in the middle of the range where if I can go to the SPX options chain, this is 6,800 right down here on SPX. And this is what I did the other day. I think I did 6,805s to be exact. I did 6,805 put credit spread and a 6,795 put credit spread right there. So I know big support and demand is right there. I went super far out of the money and I get like $50, $60 per contract. So I sell 10 of them. That's $500 to $600 right there. So if we're continuing, and if I'm like, you know what, I want to be greedy today, and you got this is 68.90, then I can sell 68.90s, buy 6900s, and that's my call credit spread. So you're gonna do that $10 wide spread up there near your resistance supply zone, and then down here 6800 area is going to be my put credit spread, which means by the end of today on SPX, as long as it doesn't go all the way up here, and as long as it doesn't go all the way down here, both of those positions, I bought this one or I sold these ones for $50, $60 per contract. I did the same thing on this side. Both those positions would expire full profit, and I'm good.
That's amazing.
So for me, it's just identifying where the big areas of support and resistance, and then that's what I base my strike prices off of. And then I look at the premiums and see if I can get any decent money for the trade. Just because premiums every day fluctuate depending on, how high VIX is or how low VIX is, volatility in the market, whatever. Sometimes you have your put premiums will be a little bit different than your call premiums, just a lot of factors. But it's just based on honestly looking at higher time frame and just figuring out, okay, where is the next big area of support where you want to see buyers step in.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm going to put my put credit spread is right at that or right below it, because I would want that area to hold by end of the day if it's ever tested and keep my trade from getting stopped out. And then same thing for the call side. Where's that resistance at?
Oh, buddy. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
This is essentially
if I had some actual size on today, this trade would be banging.
So I'll show it right.
And T7, you're 100% right. When I was saying that, I just meant like I'm excited for my next trade. I know tomorrow, FOMC day, I'm not doing any credit spreads. Staying away from that. So you're correct, 100%. When I was saying that, I was excited for like the next trade that I get to take with it. It's fun.
So I'll give you an example. What I did yesterday was Thursday's price action on SPX. Every time it came down to like 68, like mid 30s area, they were getting big buys off of this, and it hit it twice and jumped back up to 68.60. The third time it dipped down underneath, they ended up ripping it all the way back up here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you drag this zone over, if you look where SPY and SPX hit yesterday, that's when we were going to the power hour. And I said, I think that was low of day on SPY, and I want to see that rip up higher, right up on SPY and SPX. This move that happened right down here, that's where I sold that put credit spread down here
Yeah.
on SPX. I sold around the 6,800s just from getting that reaction, and then end up getting big reaction, get 70%, and then expires 100%. But
I love it. Yeah, and until I get percentage, I just do a little math, which ain't too hard.
no, especially for SPY and Qs, just because.
Well, and it's not like spreads. These spreads are like on the cheaper side most of the time. So it's like,
Yeah, so it's like the numbers are smaller for
Yeah.
SPY and SPX, so it'll be easy to manage and track it.
It's not like I'm
along.
trying to do, a math problem with like a contract that's over $150, $1.50 or something. It's like much smaller. Makes it easier.
Like you change the heat map from the 4 hour to the 1 hour and nothing happens.
So I'm curious if, like for instance, Casey, there's edgeful data on the power hour and whether or not we make new high day or new low a day during power hour. And the chances are always quite low. So it's only the last hour of the day, though. So I'm curious, is there any opportunity for spreads in that sense where you have such a high probability of not seeing a new high a day or a new low a day during power hour, but it's only the last hour? Do you see any opportunity there or no?
To like open up a new trade?
Yeah, or is it way too late? It couldn't work.
Yeah, it'd be way too late.
Gotcha. I'm just curious because I know that data is so high probable. I'm like, are we able to use that in some sort of way?
Because it's the last hour of the day. When you go and look at the SPY and QQQs, like right now, you got those that put credit spread for $6.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, in the last hour, like sitting where we're at right now, yours is going to be worth a penny. So you're good. You're going to be up like 80%, whatever it is. In the last hour, you can take a put credit spread. So say like SPY, like say this is like right now, this is 3 p.m. We're going into the last hour right now.
Yeah.
SPY's at 683.82. The only way you're going to collect premium is by probably selling the strike that is directly at or just below the money for a few pennies. So you would have to probably sell the 683, which is right there, to get anything.
Now, wouldn't that make sense if you have probable data that says you will not make a new low a day?
Correct. The only issue is the same thing that happens with SPX. What happens when you get that crazy candle that comes in the last few minutes? What happens to those premiums as it gets closer to end of money? When you go and sell that, so your stop loss right here, technically, if you go by the chart, is 683. But if you were to sell that credit spread right there and you got $6, I'm going to tell you right now, those puts, when it comes down close to your stop near 683, it's not going to be minus 200. You're probably going to be minus 7. You're probably going to be minus 7 to 800 because those puts are going to go from $6. That's how people would make stupid money the last few minutes. They're going to go from $6 and they're maybe going to go to like 20 or $30 and settle and close there, which means
makes total sense. Same reason you're not taking them right at market open.
Yeah, 100%.
That makes perfect sense. I get that.
The probability
There's too much room for error, though. There's just too much room for error.
The probability is still in your favor, but it's because there's 0 DTE contracts and the last little bit, if they do, the closer they get to the money and that delta and those premiums start increasing, you're going to go minus 200-300% in 1 5-minute candle. I've done it before and I don't recommend it. I've been in a spread that's been down. I've been in a spread before that was down 700 to 800%, and I did not close that thing. And
that's not.
I didn't close it because the chart didn't invalidate.
Yeah,
but
you're down 800%.
But it was because the size of the candles. It was like. Dude, I was green on this trade.
Why I want to be trading the first. It's the exact opposite. It's like, it's so funny. It's just flipping what I already do on its head. It's like, okay, I love to trade the first 2 hours, and we're generally like to trade the last hour, even though I don't, or that last 10 minutes. But on the flip side, with this, you want to be taking, a position almost like, into lunch, if anything, right? Whereas like my system says no trades during lunch. It's just the flip on its head, the times really, which is beautiful. That makes things quite simple.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, it was like 3 p.m. and I was in that credit spread, and it was green at one point. It was probably up like 40-50%. And it came back to entry on a big downside candle. And then for about the next 25 to 30 minutes, it was giant red candle after giant red candle on SPY and SPX. Even though I was still like $30-$40 out of the money on SPX, because of how rapid and fast that move was going, the premiums were increasing very like freaking rapid and went bonkers. I was at the gym. I remember this. I was down like 700 or 800%, and I think in that one trade I was down just over like $3,000. And when it got to the next level of support, just above where my put credit spread was, I added a few more contracts.
Oh my gosh, you dog!
It brought my average down to like minus 500%. And then it ripped the last 30 minutes into the close, and all it did was just inverse the downside move, and it closed flat, and I got 100% for full profit. But it was 100% not fucking worth it.
No, not worth that stress at all.
But it's the chart stayed valid. It's just because there's 0 DTEs, and you get those big candles in the last little bit in power hour, it's going to change those SPX, SPY, Qs, NDX, 0 DT options. Those premiums are going to go fucking crazy when big candles and volatility comes in.
Damn right.
It's wild.
I'm glad I'm trying this on prop too to like get comfortable with it, but as soon as I am comfortable, I'm gonna throw cash in my own account and do it.
It's almost there. I'm just waiting for the alert to go off. So
let me hold $1.
And need $1.
You got cash just sitting around? Let me hold $1.
I'm gonna if I keep selling all these spreads, man.
Dude, Honda's so close to setting off my alert. So close. 4 pennies away. What a ripper today, Tesla. The best chart in the market.
They ain't bullshit enough.
God. What a ripper. Look at this. Look at this. 15-minute freaking squeezer.
Look at
right there. Just straight right off the zone. Best chart of the day.
If it all goes bye-bye on FOMC, I'm going to be kind of pissed.
God, Nvidia's a disappointment.
Like part of the road, it's part of the journey, but I'll be pissed.
SPY's trying to fire squeeze the downside.
Dude, SPY, look at the top right corner. SPY is going to squeeze on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minute, the 30 minute, the 1 hour, and the 4 hour.
Yeah.
All of those are red.
Yep.
4 hour is flipping downside.
They keep holding. They just keep holding in the same level. Just that magnet. I drew that magnet this morning. 6850 SPX. Draw your magnet. We just keep coming right to it.
Well, we just hit the gray zone again. We're just right.
Did you guys see JP Morgan just get slaughtered in the middle of the day?
I sent the text message right when it went off. I was like, oh my God, that thing has died. Did it continue or did it recover a little bit? Oh no. Oh no. I tried to take puts on Bank of America, but I couldn't get the fill.
Do you think we fly or die tomorrow? Yes.
Yes.
That's my answer.
And I'm not trading tomorrow.
Dude, I'm going to be swinging so many positions. It's ridiculous.
What does it mean when you say squeeze? I'll let Casey answer and I'll throw in some thoughts.
So, and I've mentioned this before, just because I say the term squeeze does not necessarily mean upside. By squeeze, it means the stock is in a high level of compression. So you look for expansion. That's what we always talk about. So consolidation leads to expansion. So it's when the stock is going nowhere and then out of nowhere, then you get either a big candle upside or downside. That's what I mean by squeeze. The indicator will show you which way the squeeze is moving within that direction, and that's just based on what the price action kind of on the bigger picture is maybe leading towards, based on our higher highs and higher lows coming in, whatever. But by squeeze, it's just compression leading into expansion. That's all that I mean by squeeze.
Yes, sir. You already know.
So like here, we have this on a chart right here. See all these little red dots right here? And then you see how after that last one right here, there's no more red dot. That's right there. That means the squeeze that it was building up fired. And looking at this histogram for the TTM squeeze indicator, it looks like it had fired downside. If I go to the 5-minute chart here on MDT, there is your 5-minute squeeze downside right there. So it was building up a squeeze, flip downside, now fire downside, and here's the move. So, and then I have an alert set right here because I'm wanting the stock to go down to there so I can trim out some more of these puts.
I changed the title of this from live trading to live watching.
Yeah, right.
Live market watching.
The Senate leader Thune said that they're going to vote on Thursday on one of the healthcare plans. There hasn't even been many headlines today. CRM had a headline a little bit ago that got a little short-term pop. It's holding the 200-day, by the way.
So
It
I like that
reclaimed
name
and
for
held it.
upside.
Yeah, if you have I don't know if you have a 200-day like daily moving average, but yesterday we closed the candle right on it on the little pullback, still closed right above it, and then today the wick low of day was exactly the 200-day.
So this bad boy has been in a squeeze for a minute, and it has not fired. But I'm watching this right here currently. So
Yeah, I would just say the squeeze thing, it's not anything to do with like squeezing shorts or squeezing people out, making people
Nope.
cover. It's completely the way you worded it. I really liked. It's price compression, price expansion.
So like right now, Open Door, ticker OPEN, it is in a 1-hour squeeze. As of right now, it just flipped to the upside on the 1 hour. Right here. Go look at Open Door on the 1-hour candle. Look at it right here. Go look at a 5-minute chart. This thing's ripping right now. Again, 1 hour. Go look at your MACD. Cross bullish. Go look at your RSI. Had a little bit of bullish divergence here off the lows. Now pushing back up over 50. That's good. Those are the three things I like to see line up to get an entry in for positions. Look, here's your 30-minute. It was in the squeeze. It just fired the 30-minute squeeze because you'll see how, again, all the red circles, and then boom, 2 o'clock, it's gone, which means the 30-minute squeeze had fired. If you go to your candlestick at 2 p.m., that is that candle right there where it had fired. Go break it down to a 5-minute. 2 p.m. candle is right here. 30-minute squeeze fired upside there. This is the move that you are now getting on open door after said squeeze fired on the indicator. Now your 1 hour again still has not fired, but it is moving to the upside. Almost new low day. Poet. What a move.
Now I do what I want. Now I do what I want. Now I do what I want. Bluesy vert. Now I do what I want.
The Poet was in 2 weekly squeezes. It fired downside and then fired another one on Monday for up yesterday. No, last Monday. This is a weekly chart? Yeah, for upside. So you had to squeeze downside on this candle and then squeeze upside on this candle. This thing's going a little brazy.
NVIDIA chips to have U.S. security review before China export. Wall Street Journal.
Oh my God. CCL. Carnival Cruise Line is going to be the death of me. It's a small position for a swing, but Jesus, like, do something. Nothing, AMD. Jesus, Microsoft. Oh, Tessie. You want to know how to snipe top and bottoms, you better learn this freaking candlestick pattern.
I've been sitting in the same short for almost 3 hours.
It's all right, Tessie's going to crack here in a second. And then it's going to make spine cues, get a nice little fat candle downside.
21. Can you do something for me? I said, KC, can you do something for me? Drop this thing about 30 points for me. Do your thing, 21, do your thing. Yellow diamonds in my watch. That's because I like.
Do you want to see something crazy?
What, Eli Lilly new of day?
No, I guarantee you my algo's short right now. And I bet it went long this morning. You're. This. Somebody look at this. Look. Oh, no. Oh, no. You're going to drop it low, girl? Ooh.
All of you
Ooh.
hoes. That was just 3 hours early, no big deal. It actually gave me one trim and then I added it back. And now I'm just trying to get back to the same spot. What level am I looking for? I'm looking for 670. I'm gonna trim on the way down, but the statistics tell me we should close under 670 or 668 or whatever. So that's what I'm looking for.
I think Q's would be a quick flash down 624.50 and then bounce. That'll be the short that it plays out. SPY can break that zone right here, just come down to 683 at the same time. Hi.
I don't know. At this point, it would be like new low down. There we go. There we go.
Damn! Did we just put that on the live stream? What?
Fine. I got my first trim.
Way. No way. Yum. Yum. What did it come within? 13 cents. Well, technically 10 cents. 624.53. It hits 624.63.
Short and cute, feeling like a superhero. I'm in that short again. I'm on that short again. Switch up the flow again. My favorite thing to do on days like this is just slowly scale into a short to play it back to the middle and listen to music until it plays out.
Should have freaking pulled up the futures account for that short. I don't know how many points that was on ES or NQ for that little drop, but it would have been a nice little scalp.
This divergence is pretty disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Like IWM and Qs are stronger and S&P is weak, which is strange because normally it's like linear between the three. What are your targets for this? So I was just saying, 670. DWAP's like right there on NQ. Thing you gotta watch is like, is yes just gonna fall apart? It could, but just playing it back to the middle, playing the statistics. I just
Vlad
took a
asked if you buy multiple MFFU accounts, can you get a payout from all of them? Yeah, you can do that with multiple prop firms.
If you were bearish today, let me.
If you were bearish today,
I'm about to rage bait all the shorts from this morning on a video.
dude, I've been bearish all day.
Oh, I know. I'm not worried about you, though. You know how to manage it. You know how to get yourself out of a hole.
Yeah.
And just specific for the morning. It was just like
Actually,
clearest day for me for the long. It was beautiful.
Yeah, so I got in a great short off the gap fill at that 668
That was a spot for
area,
sure. Yeah.
and I sat in it for a while, and then I started looking at what you were seeing and like some of the stuff that I see. So, I mean, we have some stuff that we look at in common.
It's like we can come down later, but we gotta take
But-
those highs first.
Well, that was the thing, right? So
Yeah.
I actually was able to lock in a small profit on a trade this morning
There we go.
instead of letting it just go stop me out, because I reassessed and said, okay, normally it's like, okay, well, my risk is set. If the trade doesn't work, I was just wrong, right? But in this case, I didn't care that my risk was set. I said, look, I can take a small profit here because I'm assessing as we go. The IB is super bullish. The opening hour is pretty bullish
That
right now.
helped me stay long to the IB data this morning. But yeah, and that's where that's where it's beautiful. I can be right today, and then you can also be right, and us close where you want, all nasty. So that's what's beautiful about that.
Dude, what's the best way to short Bitcoin?
Perp futures.
No, I mean like in a brokerage. Or just short MSTR.
BTCZ.
I'm about to buy MSTR puts.
Bro, Lululemon is in a massive squeeze right now. Look at this thing. Shorty is cooking in a squeeze right now.
Oh, what if I do IBIT puts? What does MSTR puts look like?
Somebody tell me not to YOLO some Lulu. Holy shit.
Good Lord, why are MSTR puts so expensive?
Who in their right mind is placing that kind of order on Lululemon?
Never freaking mind.
Is that January 16, 2026? 350 and 360 puts. Double the stock price. They cost $17,000 a piece. They did 1,500 of them for $26 million. No, it was at the ask. So it was a buy.
All right, we'll do BM&R, I guess.
Boy, that's fucking wonky. But some floaters came in on some 192.5s for Friday. Yeah, they have earnings Thursday. Dude, look at this. Look at this freaking. She's setting up for potential squeeze. RSI not above the neutral 50. MACD's bullish. Squeeze moving to the upside. Hasn't flipped yet. A lot of lower wicks right there, which makes me feel good about looking for the calls. Squeeze was downside, never fired. That's always a good sign too, because then if these two are green, which one of them is, the other one's climbing higher. Once it flips bullish and you have 1, 2, 3, usually you get the continuation fire. 15 minutes completely sideways and flat.
Splash, drip, drip, splash.
If you want to see a video of me rage baiting the shorts from this morning, Go watch my latest video on X.
Slippery.
In Italy.
Believe me. Gimpy. Some flex and Ferraris. You can't handle me. Screw. Red dot. AK make your head rock. IWM get a little poppy. 15-minute potential reversal.
Pop that perky just to start it. Just a warm up.
That hourly candle that's about to close on IWM. Look at this bad boy. 3 of them in a row. All lower wicks. Here. Potential 15-minute candlestick reversal on this bad boy.
Just me and my millions. What was the name of the squeeze indicator? Is the question for you? TTM?
ETM Squeeze Pro by Beardy Fred.
Oh, the bearded Fredster. Headshot. It can make your head rock. Red dot. Retro Air Jordan stock. Lena rocks. Herky Molly Zanny rocks. Leg lock.
What's in that box? Don't tell them that my shoulder comes. Yo, I'm about to YOLO into these Lulus. I'm about to say, fuck it, man. What's in that box? Don't tell them that my shoulder comes. What was the Lulu? 192s? They bought them at 685. Where are they at now? Oh, they're spready. They're $100 widespread. Who in the hell's buying
I
these?
don't really care if you cry.
I'd rather take next week
Baby,
200s.
I am not afraid to die. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead.
You would have to get squeezy on Lulu for those to pay, though.
Phantom, that's all right.
What about
Everybody got the same flag now.
200s for Friday? What are these things doing? Like $40 widespread, it probably not great to send either.
What are we doing? Ons, $8 puts,
No,
$8 puts, ons,
I want higher.
25 cents.
No. Oh my
You're just
goodness.
making me mad.
One of my other swing trades are setting up, and it's something that I might might send from through FOMC, and I really shouldn't, but oh,
Gosh, am I going to short BMNR and Ondas on the same day? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
back test rejection.
NASCAR. Clothes from overseas.
Oh my gosh. Am I about to send both of these? Oh, I'm going to send both of them.
She said, "You're the worst. You're the worst."
January 16 call.
Put credit spreads looking good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're good.
I can't wait for this next week to really get going on them. I'm gonna start actually
You should
size
go to
buying them
this,
and have fun with them.
Go to this ticker ONDS and sell call credit spreads. This thing's going down.
Oh damn!
Nah, you're gonna get stopped out quick.
Zero hero.
I'm gonna try and open up the spaces. If my internet goes down, I may need you again, but hopefully not.
Where are you?
If you guys are watching this, subscribe, like, and subscribe. Wolf Trading's been killing it. The morning show was killing it. Had like 200 live concurrent at one point. I tell you guys are loving this. So subscribe to the channel. If you guys hit that bell button next to the subscribe button, it will give you notifications whenever the guys go live. Been doing it a bunch, so we appreciate all of you guys. Shout out to KC Trades. Well, KC, you should comment in the chat. KC's been
big shout out to you, Casey. You're always on here every day, bro, hanging out with me.
Yeah.
He's got a private little group as well. He can, if you want more one-on-one stuff as well, you should go check the link in Casey's bio. KCTrades.io. Do you have any discounts for that, or is it just tough luck?
No, I do. You can use code KC30 and get 30% off absolutely anything and everything within my store right now.
Evan, are you opening this?
Yeah, I'm going to open it. I was just wanting to get a shout out for KC30. Check him out. Honestly, he's on these spaces, live streams all the time, and you could, I'm sure there's some awesome stuff in there. Some good one-on-one things. I am open this up.
Sunday live streams are my favorite. I mean, Discord's good too. I'm in there. If you're ever in KC's Discord, you have a question, or if you have a question for me in general, you can always tag me in there. I'm happy to come share some thoughts. Put me and Casey on the same wavelengths. Better watch out.
What's my order sitting after this one? Oh. Why did I just get an alert on Open Door? We were just charting it. Oh, the squeezy.
What bender?
Damn,
there was some headline came out on that.
Oh, what's going on? Whoa.
Dude, I hope the next time I'm in Houston, my flight gets canceled. I'm going to Wabender's house. Got to catch these hands.
What,
dude, imagine I catch a short and he catches hands at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the TV star.
What's up, Tammy?
Look at that smile. I saw Tammy all over TV, all over New York.
Oh, shit.
New York. I won't sing because that people would start leaving the room. But
concrete jungle.
Yeah, it was awesome. We had a great time. I had a great time, I should say. They've already gotten back to me, and I'll be on Schwab. I think it's twice next week again. So super exciting, fun stuff. I'm going to do it from home though next time. But going to the New York Stock Exchange was amazing.
Oh yeah, that was your first time, right?
Yes, it was.
So that was an experience then, huh?
Yes. That was awesome.
Always
it was
a good
awesome.
time there.
And we launched an ETF. Actually, it's coming up on a year. So at some point we'll go ring the New York Stock Exchange bell. But you know, y'all are kind of in that ETF world. You know how long it takes to, you know, once you.
It takes a while.
It takes a little while.
It's a journey, but once it all happens, it's always so worth it. Like myself,
well, the first 3 years,
team has been to plenty of those events, and it's just like you see it on the on the company's face, like every time they're just so proud of what they've done. So it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, ours is ROPE, and we did that because we're the Coastal Compass, Coastal Compass funds. But one of the hardest parts was finding the 4 letters that you wanted to use for the fund.
Because you want to make it catchy too. You want to
make it catchy. So what we did was, all of our stuff is like coastal stuff, like nautical stuff, and so rope, ROPE. So we're going to put together like little rope kits, like where you practice doing different kinds of nautical ropes and stuff like that. So, but it's still on the works. It's launched. So
open door is squeezing.
Good. It is not stopping.
Well, so we just charted. So the 30-minute fired here, right? And then we said this was the move. This is what we were getting at the time. And we said the 1 hour hadn't squeezed. The 1 hour squeeze hadn't fired yet. And there it goes. We had the red.
What's going on
red
with
is
open?
gone and it's green.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Is there no news on it?
There was a headline from somebody earlier. I think it's just when you have a slow market day like this.
Y'all are not going to believe this. So I had a couple of Uber drivers and couple of the guys at the airport that work there asked me for a stock tip, and my stock tip to all of them was open.
That's perfect timing right there. They're probably looking at you going, how the hell does she know?
I just it was inexpensive. They were asking me for something that's inexpensive. I got to look at my chart. Nice.
What's up, boys?
What's up, Frank?
Been a day, huh?
I have been just back and forth, taking a look here and there. It's been pretty quiet.
Yeah.
I had a couple shorts, small. I'm doing some real estate stuff. I tied up that condo I've been working on today.
Yeah.
Closing in less than before the end of the year.
Well, that's good. That's keeping you busy, huh? And the market's a little choppy.
Yeah. I am long. What do I have? I have AMAT short, long Netflix.
Oh, you're liking that? That's a nasty dip we've been on, but
Netflix, I bought the 116, 105 calls.
Got it.
At $1.40.
What's up, Gov?
I'm long the
What's up, guys?
Next Friday's puts. 250
on SPY.
AMAT.
On AMAT, gotcha.
I'm gonna trade. I'm gonna see if I may trade some 0 DTs in the last 15 minutes. We'll see.
Yeah, that's some fun.
See which way we get the squeeze. Maybe
That's got me doing these credit spreads
trade
now.
Some zeros with me.
Yeah, Casey's always up for it. I feel like he's always.
Oh, finally, we getting a stick on Carnival off the low. Jesus.
Look at her. Oh, nice.
No, dude. We looked at it. Remember we looked at it yesterday? I was like, it's just back and forth.
Yeah.
It hit the same low this morning, and then now it is just curling right off of it. Freaking the death of me. I did add a few more down there, so KO back down near the low. Not looking good.
How's the day been for you, Gov? Any trades?
I had a good day.
Me as well. It was a solid day for me.
It really. I thought it was just so clean. We kind of built our pre-market plan, And you kind of saw where we were trading in the Globex session, so kind of established the overnight low, overnight highs. And I basically was just, I was just kind of preaching about, let's see if we can get a rotation down into the retest of yesterday's low a day, right in particular NQ 25,570 area. And then let's see if we can kind of pick up a long for rotation back up for a gap fill. And then let's see how we kind of handle, because I was really eyed in on that heavy bit. Do you see that just wide band of resistance on Friday? That 25,680 to 25,737. It's a real wide band. And I kind of just suggested that would be kind of some heavy resistance for us. So I effectively took the long there. I, took bulk of them off at the gap. And then I basically re-longed right around the 25,640 on a retest for the opening range. And then with the idea that we'd rotate back up into this area, this heavy congestion. And then I took 1 to 2 longs. So essentially I maintained my long from the morning long.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then I took a short and took about 50, 60 points out of that back down into the IB high area. And then I've shorted this 725, 730 area about half a dozen times, and I'm still short. I've just been picking up all these credits into 690, 700. So, I've probably got like 40-point credits on like 5 trades up here. So it's actually been a good trade, and I thought NASDAQ was a much easier read, a much easier play.
I agree. I thought NASDAQ was a beautiful read today. I mean, I woke up, I saw in London session we had already taken out the Asia lows, and then New York session opened up and we took out London, took out previous day low, and then from there we got my setup personally, and I was long from the 590s and took that up to the IB high, and then took that to the midnight open as well. I was looking for London high, which we ended up getting. I didn't end up holding all the way to there, but I just thought it was clear as day as well. I mean, we took all those lows. The clear draw for the market for me was higher at the untapped highs that we made overnight. So it took us a little while. It was a little choppy, but we got through it, and as we were holding every higher low that we dipped down to. So I was good with it.
Yeah, well, you go back and you look, and it's like I'm like on a 5-minute. I've got a 5-minute Wilders here. I keep things pretty simple. I don't like to add a lot of stuff, but it just helps remind me of like where our little trend is. If you go back, we did have that shot for that first 30 minutes when we kind of got the bump off the low, and then once it kind of get past 9 Central, 10 Eastern, that's when we kind of established like a little bit of a trend, and there was no looking back. I mean, it basically traded that way all the way for the next 3.5 hours, all the way through the highs of the 25,730. So I never broke the trend. So that was a fact. I really wasn't too concerned about kind of hitting the shorts in the 25,730 area, because again, I just see that heavy area from Friday, and we kind of got through that 685 area from yesterday. And I just anticipated that just be a tug of war. And also it's like being mindful that we've got Fed tomorrow too, right? So it's like, I mean, what else are people going to do? Are we going risk on? Are we really going dramatically risk on, risk off, like right before the Fed? I mean, people that want to get, neutral, they've already established their positions. So I think outside of that, I saw some nice call flows on a few things. I saw few people talk about ASML. I think it was a Carvana. There was something there. So I saw a few people trading a little bit more on the option side than the futures today, but I thought the futures was just a clean deal.
Yeah, I got on little options, selling some credit spreads.
Now, are you following the Knots plan there?
Knots is helping me with it a little bit right now, and Casey as well.
Let me know how that goes. It's like I'm kind of thinking about shifting back into.
It's beautiful. I'm about to close up today for 100%. I didn't put a ton of size on today though, because of just kind of starting out and getting used to the platform and everything. But getting a little more comfortable now, and we're going to start to put some actual size on with it. But it's amazing. So high probability, you know what I mean? And we have too many days where we're sitting all day and just chopping back and forth to not take advantage of that, so.
You can. It's like, I mean, I go back in the day when I was on the floor trading Eurodollars, and how I really learned to trade was through trading spreads. Because you really got a good idea where the edges were.
Exactly, and that can help you with the directional side of things
much
too.
More information. Yeah, because then you can drop a leg on a spread, or you can keep the spread and just go outright long or short on something else. So real powerful. But I want a little more, learn a little bit more about how he's doing it. I'm kind of curious. Anyway, it's like, because you know what, when you get comfortable with that stuff, that's when you can really size up.
Agreed. Yeah, can really do well.
So Tammy, how was New York? Looked like you had fun.
You're muted, Tammy. Just gotta hit that unmute. There she is. There she is. We got her.
The big red button on your screen.
It was amazing. Thank you for asking. It was wonderful.
She said, "Hey, on TV before it, I don't have to do anything. Use the big league now."
That's right. That's right. I mean, I had a great time. It was my third time to New York, and the first 2 times I did not have a great time. So I was very thankful that this time I had a wonderful time. But I also think that it had to do with everything that I was doing. So it was amazing. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, good for you. Did you get over and see the big Christmas tree?
I did. And I didn't go to the lighting of the Rockefeller tree because I got there on Wednesday, and it was Wednesday evening, and I was by myself. And I had some pretty strict rules from powers that be that I was not to be walking around New York City by myself at night. Even though, to be honest with you, I felt like it was pretty safe. There were police officers every, like 2 or 3 every 5 or 10 feet. They were everywhere. So...
yeah, that's not a thing you do in the big cities these days.
And to be honest with you, I'm kind of a go to bed at 8:30 or 9 o'clock kind of girl anyway. So after a day of traveling, I was already worn out, but I watched some of it on TV. But I was able to see the tree during the day, and I went over to the New York Stock Exchange, and they had a gorgeous tree also. And so, yeah, I mean, of course, the highlight was Charles Payne and going on Schwab and going to the New York Stock Exchange. Well, and I have to say, there's a new company called Moo Trading. They're not doing futures yet, but they are doing options. They're not new, actually. They've been around since 2012. They're more prevalent in Hong Kong and Singapore and Malaysia. But they, Friday afternoon, I did some training with them. They were wondering what I thought of their platform. And then that night, they took me to dinner, and then we went to a private suite at the Knicks game at Madison Square Garden. So that was a huge highlight. It was like 3 amazing days in New York, so, or I was there till Saturday morning, but I flew out Saturday morning. So it was pretty awesome. I don't know how I'm ever, well, I'll say that's the bar has been set.
That's good. Charles didn't take you out for dinner or lunch?
No, he didn't. But Moo is great for news. Yeah, so Moo Trader, they have great news. Their platform, mobile platform, is really awesome too. I was super impressed with it. So, and I did a winning trade with them live in front of everybody. So they gave me a signed baseball by I keep messing his name up. He's the
Don't tell me Bobby Bonilla.
He's the Japanese pitcher for the Mets. Kodai Senga. So they are the number 2 sponsor for the Mets. So they have a private suite there also.
Really?
Yeah. Moo Trading is what it's called.
I have to check that out.
Yeah, they're just options right now. They don't have they don't do futures, but they say that they're going to. I think you guys would like it a lot, though. They have a.
They're really similar to Webull, and that's what that publicly traded company owns them. What is it? Futu.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Is the owner? Yeah.
Oh.
It's like Chinese owned as well.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The head guy, the guy that was like the top guy that was there was a Chinese guy. So we got to talk about. I lived in China for a few months a long time ago. So. Got to talk about all that stuff. So yeah, I'm going to meet with them again about quite a few things.
So what'd you do today?
I've been basically sitting around a short all day long. Well, not all day. I started to take a short this morning, but the opening was too bullish, so I got out for a small gain, and then just traded around a short in the same area like 10 times up here.
Oh, the 730 area.
Yeah, I just like my average has been like 713, and I just goes up there and or it comes down, I trim it, it goes back up there, and I just add right back in. I've just scalped that back and forth like 3 or 4 times, and really not doing much. Like that was one of the things that I told our group today was like there are periods in the market where you just don't do much, and yesterday and today I think are really good examples of sometimes you just sit around and watch and wait.
That's it. I mean, that's like 80% of trading. It's like, it's waiting.
One thing.
I mean, yesterday was a nice trade yesterday off that short of the retest of the high from Friday. That was a great short there. But outside of that, I mean, we took that short and milked that. And that was the same discussion we had. There were some high probability areas. And that was that retest of yesterday's low. And let's see where it goes from there. And it's just that's straightforward. Outside of that, after 10:30 Central, don't be trying to press it because you're going to get caught up in the little chop. So now whether you typically are making 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a day, whatever it is, the market doesn't care. I don't think it won't take that. Like $300 or $400, $500 at a time. Next you have nothing to show for yourself, and you were participating in the lowest odds, the lowest expectation time of the day, and that's just a real thing. So I love when I hear other people talking that way.
Well, that like most people would look at today and like if you just think about it practically, there's probably very low expectations before a huge binary event tomorrow. And then they'll still like sit there and watch the candles get sucked into trades. And like that's the part that I just don't comprehend anymore is if your outlook is that it's probably going to be very choppy, not worth trading, and you turn around and execute 10 trades, I just don't understand what you're doing.
Yeah, what's the thought process there? I agree.
I mean, it's just like kind of a simplistic approach, but you don't have to trade every day. Like yesterday, I think I took like 1 trade. I hit the short almost at the exact high, covered it pretty quickly, so I caught only about half that move down, and then I just sat and watched.
Oh yeah, the 840, 850.
I 855 was my fill. I took it to like 720. Right, I trimmed along the way, but I took it to like 720. We filled the gap, hit the previous day close and all that, and I just closed it out and listened to music the rest of the day.
No, I'm with you. So Casey, do you primarily trade options? Is that your primary gig?
Yes,
Casey
sir.
does it all, though. Casey does it all.
No, but but as well as spies and Qs, I mean, you play on that side too, right?
Yeah. I'm mainly options doing SPY and Qs, but then I'll dabble over on futures for ES and NQ, and then I'm selling spreads on SPX, and then cash secured puts and covered calls on names that I own shares and equity with.
Okay.
Just a little bit of everything, but mainly always options.
Well, once you figure it out, it's a good gig.
Are there any big expectations you have coming into the Fed tomorrow, Gov? I know I'm not going to be pressing the button at all tomorrow. Personally, I'm going to be chilling, sitting hands off. I got a flight to be on most of the time, so yeah.
Oh, do you? I would imagine there'll probably be a couple opportunities there the first hour and a half. Probably about it. But what'll be interesting for me is that going into the Fed, a lot of times it's like if we have a big move up or big move down, it's kind of crazy how sometimes it just neutralizes itself going into the Fed. It rotates back to unchanged.
Yeah, you get that like jostling for positioning, right? As people are putting on hedges and positioning ahead of the meeting, and then they're all reacting, and then you usually make a new high of day and new low of day at some point.
Yeah,
so
you do, but when it comes to these big data points or these big data releases, it's like I let the people that have or think they have the big brains and the big power, I let them go in there and do what they want to do.
So
and I want to see their move. I want to see how they move the cards my way.
Here's my question.
And then I look at how does that line around edges.
Gov, my question would be, what edge do you have tomorrow? What edge do you have?
None.
And if there's not an edge, like, I don't know. I'm not trying to just gamble my money. I'm not throwing darts at a wall here. I want to have some type of edge.
There's no edge. What we want, whatever comments are made, we want them to be made and push us to edges, and that will create opportunities for us. And that's where our trade is. It's typically not even that same day. We let it move around, and it's like, get it all stretched out where it creates some nice range trades, and then the following. So I can imagine Thursday and Friday after tomorrow, we'll probably have some decent trading. That's how I'm looking at tomorrow. To tee me up for Thursday and Friday. I've been rather measured the last 2 days. I purposely was telling the guys, it's like, I'm really not trading more than half size. But, off this 730 area and the, NDX, it was pretty easy to trade quarter and half sizes off that, multiple times. So, it all adds up, different gig. But I'm kind of throttling back to the half size mentality, kind of throughout to the end of the year. This is just the time it gets really weird, People kind of forget. It's like it can get real quiet because a lot of the big,
vacation time.
Big fun. Well, it's vacation time, but these guys don't want to screw up their bonuses.
Yeah, if you've had a great year, you most of them I feel like probably had a decent year at some point. If they got long anytime, even a month or two late, and chased this up a little bit, they still probably had a pretty decent year.
Oh yeah, they all had a good year. Well, the last thing they wanted to do is muck it up, So they're by basically just kind of keeping the books kind of tucked up, locked up, and not making any stupid decisions. And that's just always been this. It's always been that way this time of year. So it doesn't mean there aren't good trades. You just have to be patient. You got to wait a little bit longer. Reduce your size, to accommodate just a little more slippage, and you can still make a decent living this time frame of the year, but this is not the time of year you press the market. I don't know. I don't really press the market anyway. It's just not a thing. Yeah. What's going on with Bitcoin?
It's funny. I just said this is a huge short zone, and I was trying to figure out how to short it, and I put out a post on it, and here we are. We just dropped $1,500.
Not looking good going into the new year.
Amy, are you looking at anything here? I know, we've been bumping up against. Me and you, we talked a couple weeks ago. We have very similar resistance levels here.
Yeah, feel free to share your fibs.
And I like what you said. You said the other day, just because there's resistance here doesn't mean it's a short. Which I short on a smaller time frame a lot of times, but there's just resistance here, and I have a lot of the resistance here too, and we're kind of stuck between resistance and rising moving averages catching up to us.
Yeah, so on Cash SPX, the resistance that I have that we really haven't been able to bust is right around that 68.95 area. NASDAQ Cash has resistance also at 25,828. So that's what let's see, on ES. Sorry, I have a 6-year-old coming into the room with me right now. So on ES, I've got, baby, not right now. Okay. Love you. I'll be with you in a little bit. On ES, sorry, my husband is not here. He took our other daughter to an appointment. So on ES, I have resistance 6907, and on NASDAQ futures, I have resistance 25,865 to 94. So those levels are all the levels we've been failing off of. And what I say is, if you're trading, and I know Gov preaches this over and over again also, if you're trading ES, you've got to be paying attention to what's going on SPX, NDX, and NQ, vice versa with all the other ones. Okay. So you need to be paying attention to what's going on with those other indices also. And if you're trading futures, you have to pay attention, ES, SPX, and NQ, NDX. So there again, those levels on ES is that level 6907. And on NQ, the level that we failed from is 25,865 to 94. Now, I will say going into the close, I do have price support on the ES that is a pretty big area, 68.49 to 50. We bounced from it earlier. We'll have to see if it can hold into the close. I haven't run a level on NQ yet.
The corresponding NQ spotting can be around 25.6, 620.
Yeah, I have, let's see. Yep. About 25,624 to, as far as symmetrical support, to about 50, 53. But I would put that up to, so I'd be 25,620 to about 70. It would be the zone on NQ.
Yeah. Well, so it's like in my land, that lands up right to the volume pointer control from yesterday, right on early afternoon.
Oh, nice.
And I'm sure Ryan or Jordan and Casey are probably seeing the same thing. And it also jives with roughly the IB low from the opening today.
Yeah, see, I love that. I love it when you have a lot of different confirmations that come together, because that's what I tell people. I love my Fibonacci work. My mentor, the queen, she's always thought it's the grand all be all. I do not say that. I say that Fibonacci is great if it correlates with some other things that you're looking at. Yes, the levels can be used alone as risk, but the special sauce is when you do talk to other traders and you see correlation at the same areas that I also see correlation.
Yeah, another interesting thing that I've really been kind of refining my approach on is the multiple that the rate of change that NASDAQ will move relative to ES. So I'm constantly looking at, like, I consider normal to be kind of a multiple of about it likes to trade at about a 4 to 6 rate, and that would be NQ 4 to 6 times where ES is. And this morning, NQ was leading to the downside, and it was down like a ratio of about 10, delta of about 10. So, and then I saw where NQ was kind of coming into that retest of yesterday's low, and I kind of just made a comment. It's like, if, Goldman was strong, Apple was green, Microsoft and NVIDIA and a few of the other techs were barely red.
Yep.
It wouldn't take much for them to go green and for NASDAQ to launch off that area, because you weren't getting a good correlation with ES. And then all of a sudden I said, don't be surprised if those things don't go green and all of a sudden NQ overtake ES. Because ES was trying to lead on the way up. And then all of a sudden we had there was a shift in the leadership, and you could see that multiple. And now that was treating 10 NQ 10 to the downside, and now you can do the math. I mean, now it's like 12 to the upside. I just like watching that because it gives me I'm able to refine my view of how much is NQ leading or not, and is it coming into an area where it's possibly a bounce area, and then are there any individual components that can give us a further
yes cut? And that's why I do look at live charts of I actually give live charts of Tesla, Amazon, NVIDIA, and Apple, along with live charts of ES and NQ, because that is exactly what I did this morning, Gov, is I looked at my charts on NVIDIA, Apple, Tesla, and Amazon, and I said, you know what? To me, we have a little bit of room to run here, and then we ran into some of my resistance this afternoon, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. But to me, the way I'm looking at these stocks right now, it makes sense for me for them to find a little support here and potentially continue this move up that they had earlier in the day.
Yeah. No idea. So I don't think I've ever shared a chart.
You can share your screen if you want, Gov, if you want to show something.
Yeah, how do I?
There should be a button in the middle at the bottom that says
right
share
next
screen.
to the camera. Says share screen.
I just hit to the right of the camera, so I just
and then
hit
you can
that.
pick which
and then
screen you want to share.
Yeah, select if there's a screen or a tab or a window that you want to share. There it goes.
Okay.
Oh, me and Jordan. No, me, no.
I was trying to help you out. My bad.
We're just hyping it up. What an entrance.
There you go.
We got your screen now.
So I was just highlighting, it's like the area where Ryan and I were talking about where we got short from yesterday, up that 850, 860 area. I mean, the significance of that area was established from Friday morning. It was a very high odds area, so very easy to define how many points of risk you're going to take on the NQ. I mean, I typically, my max risk I'll take on NQ will be 30 points because it just has more slippage than ES. I mean, ideally, I know if it's already moved 20 points against me and I have not gotten a scale, I'm already looking to get out. I'm already prepared for a stop. I don't care. And that makes it a lot easier to get back in the trade as well. So it's like, I'm okay with that. Anyway, but that was the move down. So from here, I've got the IB lows, and I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of the opening range breakouts. I'm going to get rid of the IB low and highs. And I'm going to get rid of the wilders that I use for my trend. This is pretty much, I'll have my chart up like this on our pre-market call. And then what I'll do is all right, well, now that you just saw it all, say goodbye. And I will purposely build a new chart with the guys in the room based on levels. Because it's now you have just a clean slate. I mean, we can see, I'd love to just be able to kind of go back and we could see how we just kind of marched, keep compressing this, and how we kind of broke out back in mid-November. You're able to kind of go revisit scenes of the crime with the push lower, now the breakout above. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days that we're hanging up here. And then you can look to the left of the screen. I personally just like doing it this way because it just provides clarity especially for people in the room that maybe just don't have as much screen time and they struggle with building a chart, trying to establish levels. So, I mean, I'm a big fan of doing it. It's like, there are key levels that you can just easily just kind of pick up on here. It's like to the, below us, we can see, you can just see these. Look back on Friday, the end of October, that little area there. Look how we just don't have a lot of volume in that area. A little part of the upper volume moved up, came down, elevator down move, down back below. We hung out down back below. Now, but look at this NQ area. Look at this 25,300, all the way up to where we're at now.
We've just been like filling it out.
You're filling it out, but that's what's necessary to kind of really build. Because it's like when you build the stairs up. Builders just don't build 100 stairs straight up, right? You're going to go 10, 15 or something, and then we build a platform. We'll go around the other way. We've got to build a platform for base. Well, that can get a little tricky when you're trying to, because that's why, and Jordan, we've talked about this in the past, where I've got that little reluctance using the term bias, but what I do use the term thesis. This is my thesis for above and below, and just something about the psychology of that allows, I at least know I'm nimble around. But when I start looking for these areas below, like we kept making these new highs, and you could see like the trend of the volume points of control kept, higher VPOCs, kind of moving, building, staircasing up. I start looking at that, and then I'll stare. Was like, well, we certainly have all this room to go down here. And then all of a sudden, I'll find myself looking at trades from the short side when the trend is still up. So it doesn't matter how long you've been trading. It's like there's still the tendency, and it's like, okay, the bias is creeping in. It's supposed to be the thesis. So anyway, so I'm just kind of look at this. It's like I can just see that we've got a lot of work to do in this area, and very definable below the 25,300. I know we did pick up a little pop in the VIX by about $1.50 or something in the last 48 hours, but I would lend that to probably just kind of people just shifting things around going into the FOMC. That would be my guess. And now we see, like, do we actually have, let's see here. So do we have the possibility to, I think probably going into year end, there's an excellent chance of going and retesting the highs, right? And then below here, do we have a chance to kind of go down and just kind of retest this area here? So for me, it will be, this is when, now I'll be looking like at the Fed, do they kind of push into these levels on the high side and then to the downside? And if we breach this area now below the 25,200 here in NASDAQ, I can see how there certainly is room to kind of go revisit areas down here. I don't think that's something that's likely right now at all. but it just gives you an idea, just to kind of help build your areas, you know. And now you just kind of expand this thing. I'm sorry, I don't know why I wasn't. It wasn't intentional to go through this, but it was just trying to give an idea how I derive you know, my levels and how I look at them. And now that I'm increasing the surface area of this area between the 2nd of December and all the way through right now. I mean, so now look at the VPOC right there on the 2nd of December. Sure, we had a higher VPOC on the following day, slightly lower the next day, a gap up higher. But look how you could just see, look at the consolidation, look at all that activity there, the significance of that area. So then we come into yesterday. And it's like, the question would be, it's like, well, why did these areas hold up? Because a lot of people be like, oh, well, I was expecting it to go down to 25,500. Oh, really? Well, that definitely, if we did, that would be heavy support. But what I saw was this heavy consolidation here, and I was leaning on this area, this 25,560 area, to provide some sort of support. And that was from yesterday, and then we had the retest of the low today. So that was the thesis off that. And then we had the little bit of the open gap created by the down move, and then a rotation back up and to fill the gap. And now look at all that damn consolidation in there. All this in here.
Yeah.
So this is where I find great value in studying learning volume profile and looking at the let's see, what am I on? I believe I'm on an RTH chart. Yeah, I'm on an RTH chart. I'll be on the Globex session chart, you know, probably for the first 20-30 minutes a day, because I want to make sure that those London high lows, the overnight high lows, whatever you want to call them, are clearly established on my chart. And now where are we trading as we have the regular trading hours participants? Where are we trading relative? I mean, what do they think about these levels? You know, a lot of times those overnight lows and highs, they're not necessarily respected by the regular trading hours participants, right? I mean, a lot of times they're not. I mean, they're definable risk areas. So you can define
for
the risk.
me, most of the time they are. It's pretty rare that we don't really respect them, but it depends on what you mean respecting. If you mean perfectly holding a level, then definitely not. I look for
Jordan.
That's where
it'll be a pause there, respected. But do we get 3 to 5 points for scale?
For
and
sure,
then it goes
100%. They're not perfect in that sense of like they're not going to be the perfect bottom or high for sure. I'm with you.
Exactly, and that's all I was talking about. So then, kind of getting back. So now we're just kind of just drawing the chart out, you know. And we can just kind of see, and now that I see this area, sure, we have this poke back on the 1st of December, right in the morning, down to the 25,200, and I think I do recall that being a news event. And then once we got back above this area here, so now I'm just like, okay, it's a pretty significant area, this right in here. So I can see that if we get back below that, I mean, definitely can rotate down here. Sure, you can, but you can just see the significance to the left of the screen, how it was respected or not respected, or rejected or accepted. Anyway,
I would love to see how those line up with like my Fibonacci levels and stuff.
That's what's so cool. I love doing that. Me and Casey were lining up just our styles together the other day, and it's so cool to see the similarities.
Yeah, that's what I like to see is when, you know, other people's stuff lines up, because that's my husband looks at you know, different things. He works at Simpler Trading, and he looks at, you know, different things they're looking at there, and then when it correlates with what I have, you know, it goes great together. So,
well, you know what? When we're in our room, Jerry, we're actively trading the manuals. I mean, especially up until a few months ago, before we really got aggressive with Clear Edge. I guess that would have been more 4 or 5 months ago. But the moment NARA would see a level, so I typically get on and talk first, and those guys purposely try to avoid listening to what I'm saying, and that's good. That's fine. And then all of a sudden, NARA will get up. Smooth and I are not paying attention to him, and then by the time Smooth gets in there, now we start lining up. What are all the levels? And all of a sudden, we see massive correlations around what we consider to be a high odds short or a high odds long. and all of a sudden, like we're backing up the truck in the room. And it's like it goes in. Oh, I mean, it's a lot of fun, and we've had a lot of success with that. And what's great about that is because you guys are Smooth is more of a Fibonacci and a pattern guy, and then and Nara, definitely larger time frame, but he'll definitely play around with like 20, 50, 100, 200 days, and I'm not really looking at some of those. So I'm able to pick up information from those guys on those key levels, and I look at how they kind of perhaps might have some confluence around some of my areas of interest. So it is. I think it's a good thing because it's like you continue to refine your own abilities to like what. There's a ton of information on the chart, but do you know how to construct it where it actually can give you actionable information, right? And the first part of actionable information is like, can it give me an area where I can define my risk? And do I have a possibility of a 3-to-1? All right, somebody's looking for a
yeah, seriously, Casey. For real.
Can QQQ do something? Like, wake this thing up. What do we?
MOC in 7 minutes. We'll see something then.
MOC comes out, dude. Like QQQ entered this price point at 11 a.m. and we've been here for, what is it? 4 hours and 45 minutes.
Damn, I'm really wishing I put some size on them spreads now.
Dude, I told you that was a hell of a trade.
I know.
It was great. Like
we're plenty more to come.
We're gonna close in the freaking gray box on SPY. Like this is.
We are.
I can't. But we talked about it yesterday, so I can't be upset about it. But like,
it's just like damn.
Q's really chart just maybe we'll get another candle like we did on SPY yesterday into the close. I don't know, something fun, but. Yeah, we got MOC in 5 minutes, so we'll see if something happens.
Yeah. Did you see how NQ was actually building a nice double distribution there? And I thought that was going to play out. And then we shifted above the VPOC, and that helped me initiate the short right around 25,730. And I played that range multiple times, just like Ryan did. And now look at the massive volume we've built up here.
All right, 700.
And we're just hanging here. I'm still short a few contracts. I've already scaled out of them enough. I picked up enough credits because I'm not really looking for anything the last 10 minutes. This kind of forebodes to kind of go close at this area or higher, or do we get maybe a little profit taking into lower high volume node, just going into Fed?
Yeah, I'm conflicted on whether I think they're going to do some profit taking de-risking this afternoon, or if they just square it back off to that 6850 on SPX.
Square it off.
Magnet.
I think they're going to square it off. I think we're going to close pretty much right here.
Problem is the Nasdaq's so high, it can't square off too much. if SPX squares off, Nasdaq goes at the high.
That's true. All right, yeah. You know what? So there you go. I'm kind of pulling up my ES chart on the
I'm
side
hoping it's
here.
the other way. I'm hoping it's just continued bleed de-risking and the Nasdaq catches up, gets down to that 70 area.
So look at that. So I've got mine up. Look how like Nasdaq is like sitting at the top of the profile and ES is at the bottom of the profile.
Yep. If it can get going downward, I feel like Nasdaq could play some quick catch up.
Yep.
Your space names are catching a vid, by the way. There was a tweet out.
SpaceX, yeah. Did you see that? The valuation?
Yeah, so I saw some RKLB calls coming in. It got a nice move. I think that was ASTS pop and drop, nothing crazy, but there was a headline.
I spoke about Rocket Lab on Charles Payne also last week. Everybody's loving Rocket Lab, so. And I've owned it since $5, $9, and $14, and I have not added since then. But I have enough.
I just got my alert on ticker MDT. Oh yes, there we go.
You gonna share with us?
Oh, we've been swinging puts for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in these.
$100. It's at 100.04. This is telling me to trim.
Let's go.
We do have some price resistance, just to let y'all know, around on Rocket Lab 54 to 56. Just FYI, I don't know if anybody's in a live trade or you're planning on getting out, but mine is up buy and hold. I mean, I'm holding on to mine for a long time, but just because you mentioned it.
Typically the first 3 to 5 months of the year, we trade a ton of. It's amazing how that just falls off, and then we pretty much just trade futures the rest of the year.
Yeah,
trade a ton of options.
It's what we saw this year. The year started off a little choppy. February tariffs hit, volatility was on for futures, and it's kind of been on this whole time.
Yeah.
All right, 2 minutes.
Let's go.
I haven't heard of NGT. Is it NGT? What is that?
MDT.
Medtronics.
MDT.
DT.
Yes.
I don't know that I've run that one before.
No, just go to the daily chart and you'll see why I'm short this bad boy.
Nice. Who was that? Is that Imp that said that?
Casey.
Yeah. KC. Okay.
Yes.
KC above you. I see you doing your fingers. So Ryan, for a long time, I had no idea
Ryan,
what your name was.
Oh, above there.
I felt like
what was that show?
The old listen, Gov, we're gonna date ourselves here. If we start talking about the game with the 9 boxes, you mean?
Yeah.
We're that old.
So it's so funny. I've been playing with a couple of these prop accounts on the side, and I put a bunch of them in my kid's name and my wife's name. And all of a sudden, my wife, she's getting the email yesterday, and she goes, "What the hell's this Bullinox thing? It says I've got an account. It's got $13,000 in it."
You're like, yeah, don't worry about that.
I was like, yeah. I was like, well, your trades are mirroring mine. It's like $600-700 a day. 3 months later, it all adds up. She's like, nice.
Who do y'all use? I think I've asked you this before, but I didn't write it down. So, I mean, I have people ask me, and I'm like, I don't know who's good and who's not.
Well, first of all,
are you allowed to say that on here?
You know what? I predominantly trade cash account. And
yeah,
I've got
dude, that's
several
all I trade
platforms. I'll trade through Trading Technologies and TradeStation, and I clear through Advantage, and I also own an IOM at the CME, just kind of reduce on the commissions.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, and these are accounts I've had for a long time. So and I do that, but just because it's just the prop scene is just so big. We talked frequently about how many years ago? It was like a year and a half ago. There were only like 11 prop firms. Now there's like 10x that. And it's a big part of our utilization for clear edge automation, and a lot of our guys use them, as well as Jordan and Ryan. Is like a lot of guys use them, and they've learned how to manage their risks with them and build a nice trading business for themselves. Well, for me, I felt compelled. If all these guys are on it, I need to understand some of the things that they're dealing with on it, and I know my boys also want to have those accounts running for them too. So I'm just
so who do you use again? What prop firms do you use?
Well, there's a bunch of them. You got, Bullinox, Jordan, Ryan. You guys are probably better at filling that out.
Gosh, I use Tradify is our favorite one right now. Probably
Tradify. Okay,
I use
heard of that
Alpha
one.
Futures as well. Alpha Futures has been great to me. Never had an issue. Great accounts, cheap accounts. I use my funded futures.
I've heard of that one too. That y'all probably told me about that.
They're phenomenal. Their live accounts are actually really solid as well. I've been using those. That's probably those are my best ones, to be honest.
Tradify's got some new select plan thing, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, that one's really cool.
Yeah, I just released some new ones with different payout options.
You can choose whether you want a daily payout. If you're more of a trader that's making daily money, maybe you have a smaller RR but a high win rate, and you're constantly just making money and able to take money out. You do a daily payout. If you're maybe somebody that's trading, the opposite of that style a little more, you can choose to do the 5-day payout system, which is nice. So there's a lot of variety. I think Tradify probably offers the best stuff right now.
Thanks for saying that. Thanks for letting me know, because there are people that ask me and I have no idea. So if they tell me that they're involved with these, then I'll know that I can at least say, yes, I've heard good things about those,
for sure.
Instead of me just going, I have no idea, because I feel like I feel like you, Gav. I feel like I should know more about it. But, I mean,
it's
my
tough.
brain's
You got
running at the
you got to
speed of
be in
light
the
right
world
now.
and you got to be like trading the accounts and actually like doing it. So,
Yeah.
That's the question. The MSCU numbers. It was 1.3 billion to buy on S&P. It was 800 million on the Nasdaq. Not much.
Yes. Somebody's
So it's all
asking,
pairing off.
what's the best funded for options and stock trading?
for options,
Well, that's that Vanquish. That's the Vanquish one we just got introduced
yeah, that's
to.
the one I'm using.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I wanted to stick around last week, but I couldn't.
Vanquish is solid. If you use code Wolf, save some money there.
Will do.
What were MOC numbers? I didn't see them come out, to be honest.
MOC was 1.3 billion on S&P and 863 million on the Nasdaq.
Aha, there you go.
I just sent
dropping hard. We're about to make a new low day.
Yeah, Bishop just went SPX puts at the start of this candle, and they're probably already a fucking 100%. I just sent the tweet out with a screenshot of my MDT position and both the charts there on the daily, and then just the last 3 sessions for this downside play. I'm out half that position, up 40%.
Let's go.
Awesome.
And the small
credit spread's about to expire 100%. Let's go.
Thank you.
Yeah, T7, I think, and Jordan can back up on that. I think the Vanquish, their thing is there's all these other prop accounts that are relative to futures, and they're one of the first ones coming out.
From what I know, they're the only one with options, and they've also never denied a payout, which makes me feel quite good as well. So, yeah, from what I know, you can trade equities on there as well, but from what I know, they're the only one doing options right now.
All right, IB load test on. Yes, I'm still short.
It's 100% on Bishop's SPX puts.
Oh, did Bishop just grab those at the highs?
The start of that 5-minute candle.
Savage.
He went SPX puts. They just went 100%.
Oh, Bishop.
God, it's quite the divergence between ES and NQ right now.
Yeah, we saw it. Was it this morning?
Yeah, this morning.
It was yesterday too. Or no, we saw it this morning. It was happening yesterday as well. But this morning, ES was taking off and NQ was just sitting there chopping. And I'm like, I'm watching YM fly. I'm watching RTY fly. I'm watching ES fly. And I'm sitting long NQ. And it's just not going yet. And I'm like, bro, I know this is going to go if we pick up on some of the individuals. But I'm just tired of waiting. We finally got it. But it was just, that was annoying.
Just took out the low.
What low?
SPX just took out the low.
The low of day?
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. I said even if SPY drops, I said Q's is not anywhere near.
ES is almost at a new low. What?
Yeah.
You retested the low. Retested
what
the
is happening?
That's what I said earlier, Jordan. I was like, that's what
I've
we were talking
been stuck on
spread.
NQ. I'm like, what
I
is
said
happening?
even if SPY drops lower and makes that new low, I was like, Q's is so far away from it. Your put credit spread was gonna be easy cash.
Oh yeah, we're good.
It's insane. Q's is literally gonna close at the same spot that it's been at for 5 hours.
Yeah. You could have just kept every time it got over like 710 on NQ, you could have just shorted it and just scalped 20 points back and forth. I just didn't do it. I just throw 3 of the micros on, take them back off.
Oh, holy MDT! Oh no, she's dead. Oh, let's go, baby. Oh, sell it into the close.
You could have done this so many times today. This is insane. Come on, drop it hard.
IWM's catching a knife.
Drop it.
Drop it.
I've been waiting on this to break this area and get down to 670 all day. 4 hours.
Me too.
and I keep trimming and building credits. I built more than enough credit. Honestly, just in the credits alone, I had a great trade. I don't have any faith in it to draw, but
I'm telling you, there's nothing more exciting than watching someone have an awesome trade and just winning. Like, I'm getting excited for you.
You know what's more? You want to know what's more awesome?
What?
Watch me take my cash bags out of my trunk and walk into the bank.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you would you like for me to protect you with my AR-15 on the way in?
Yeah. Oh yes.
There we go.
Professional high-grade security.
I'm just picturing Gov opening the trunk on like a wide-body Mercedes and Tammy holding an AR, just protecting the cash.
Y'all, this would be the greatest marketing video ever.
We can just do it with AI. You don't even have to do it. I'll just make an AI video of this shit.
Get on Sora, Jordan.
I'll just make an AI video of this shit.
I'm still laughing about Jordan's video, and I know guys that have been trading 30, 40 years. Us young guys can trade circles around.
It's crazy, man. You see it every day. It's wild.
It's crazy.
These kids getting in the market freaking after a year, and they're just doing shit that
you heard what I said.
You don't see on the normal day. It's wild.
I've witnessed it. I mean, with you personally. I've witnessed.
I'm getting there. I'm not where I want to be yet. We're getting there though.
Yeah, but it takes time sizing, and that's all it is. You build your account and you build the size.
Yeah.
I took another one off on MDT here over 50%, and the small account only have 2 contracts left. I'm going to swing for the potential gap fill for them to go in the money. Market closes in 20 seconds.
Close it up.
Sounds like a plan.
I got took me out of my spreads and we're done.
Dude, Lyft and Uber got obliterated today.
Are you manually lifting yourself of each leg out of the spread, or do you have a spread matrix?
No, I'm just letting it expire.
The worthless leg expire? Okay, thank you. That's what we use. That's what we would use TT for, trading technology. Their spread matrix is absolutely amazing.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Is that tasty?
No. It's actually just trading technologies. It's TT.
That's the actual name. Okay.
Yeah. Their spread matrix is just unbelievable. That's what we used to trade a lot of the Eurodollar spreads on when we left the floor. I mean, double butterflies, condors, you name it. We could create so many spread opportunities, and you just knew which ones. If you needed to get out of a complex spread, all you had to do is go, basically buy this fly at the end of it or in the middle of it, and you could easily just maybe have like a calendar or something. I mean, there's so many different ways you can yield to the direction you want, and they do it really well. I'm kind of curious with how you guys are trading the spreads. That's what came to mind. That it could be interesting to look at that on the TT side. I know they've got stuff there. They have to.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of expensive. I mean, I think it was like $750, $1,000 a month, but you get what you pay for.
It's good value.
Yep.
Guys, I'm going to get out of here.
No worries, Tammy.
My 6-year-old's been patiently waiting for eggnog. She brought me in a carton of Southern Comfort eggnog from the refrigerator. But this is non-alcoholic. Don't worry.
I just had some alcoholic eggnog last night. It was delicious.
Yes. So I buy the non-alcohol, and then I add my little shot in there, too.
There you go. There you go. There you go, yeah.
All right. Say bye.
Bye. Bye. That's adorable. Well, y'all.
Yeah, she's wearing her unicorn outfit. So.
Oh, so cute.
Okay, bye, y'all. Thanks for having me again. I appreciate it.
Always appreciate you, Tammy.
Oh.
Well, y'all.
GameStop just reported earnings.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, it's down. Oh, dump it. Bro, who is still aping GameStop?
Dude, somebody was like, "Do you guys like GameStop?" in the chat. I just like shorting it.
Yeah, I like shorting it. I'm not on retail side. Never really have been. not on the side of retail with GameStop at all. Retail gets.
All right, guys, I'm gonna take off.
Gov, always a pleasure.
Always good talking with you guys.
Yeah, we'll talk soon.
Yes,
appreciate you, Gov. Great having you.
Hey, good luck and good luck to everybody tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
safe trading tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll be in the lounge in Atlanta somewhere at the airport.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Probably best.
ASJK went to 107. Yeah, that thing ripped all day, didn't it? Well, y'all, I think we're gonna wrap it up. Oh, on big screen. We're big screen. I gotta pack. I gotta get stuff ready for flight tomorrow. I somehow found a way to get to the airport tomorrow. It was not easy, but I found a way.
Yeah, I've got to go start packing, and I've got to go to the airport super early for whatever reason.
Yeah, I'm getting to the airport at 4:30 in the morning. So, cheers.
Oh, mine is what time's your flight leave?
6 a.m.
Oh, 6. Mine leaves at like 9, but I got to get to the airport at like 6:37.
Quick update for anybody that cares. Skin's a lot better. All those red spots are going away. We got them gone.
Go.
Pretty much. So feeling better about that.
I'm still in the short. still holding.
All right, guys, I'm headed out. I'll catch you tomorrow for FOMC. So y'all have a great rest of your evening.
I don't know who's going to be live where tomorrow, but I'll try to tune in from somewhere.
Sounds good. Ooh, that's almost in sync.
Oh, that was in sync.
Ooh, that was pretty good. All right.
All right, y'all. We'll be out.
Later.
Like and subscribe. We'll see y'all tomorrow on Spaces. Me and Emp will be kind of in and out. I don't know. So we'll see how that works. But everybody trade safe. We'll see you then.
I'm about to get my last trim.
Get it! Yeah.
Drop it. Come on, 10 more points.